so bad workers yatena se. Ya follow someone who do a himu or memu ase. They will prefer say and summoning kwama yatena se ba bedie. It is going to be of interest to you. I had the sefata se minu mienu anu edi kwama. Afa the sefata se asutie. Sansam no an ye kruchie de agu nkata so a. Aropen so ye de aben wo na ye hwese obenya mu chafa. Eti aropen ye da ase. Divine selection de akan. Emprempre moje de afurusane ni padua mu tachiama eda so dan na bodwemu a. Empempiri me catch now se obeda ma de party ho a enya opapa bi a waye. Sanso na nya ba ho ofe bi. Enya onim die bi. Ana nya usika na ba hunya bi. Na mmom no eye adom. Eti anope ya adom ne bi asomi no mienu so. Yan mpodi anka yan semfata. Esansa womu a na wo twe besene ko ya wie ye no ya de omko hyehye fom no. Womu tene kura chen ye. Womu ye papa chen mi no mienu. Na ye mpo a ye nya papa no ye nya kwanya e wo kese na nimu a. Ese ka bibi kire. Esansa nei se wobi sitro do matwa. And the necessary Obama de Uka and Namo to 2 years. Yamisum was who can year. Was who done when Yania, who knew Bianias and Bisabia. But I don't pay divine selection. Naka, what I see, I was saying. If I tell Yana production team, and I say, one more Aya Jumasumpa. I don't pay out Chamaba, ASN Chill, and a LED production. No Michael Yarrow, our MCR. Samuel Dingo, 1,000 and pay. Wojina a year cameras nechi. Abanasa Wamani Ampon. Kelly in charge of social media. Mana Prek air technician on duty. Within the Osikani Frimpong Manso. And Abinada no pay so. Yeah, that's it. So be what Prumedia toward the Amaye. It's never the Ama Barma Ban and now Kunedu Abupra. I don't pay come on. And come on, a draw some pa. Now, the big time me patch out here, baby mommy. What's it? He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. Patch out, coach way, I am a depa. He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. Where you the nano pay, you need 2 years who for near the sea who cry, sunset. Baby, and near my air cacono. Baby, a setinano, a pussy diacono. I gain, say, well, how a good man for swim pray. Say, ya can say a beer microphone, ya mobia quenya. I'm an ababa canny hawa, one no mua. Can you dear Bepon? And ye nya quenya ne sadua. And I said, yes, shut up for you crying. Not one who say. They are never alone. Who say, near woman muno say a case sia and ye down kwamebinu, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. It pay and someone ya kadia say who crying, ya dear 2 year hopeful, and son ya peer free ya dem wako numa so ya peer free and dem wako a mountain soon any or say. He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. Near Watimi Edu on one hoso, Edin Hung Sun Kunimu, a shan hosono. Waruna Yakawa Domberema. Sandy Pani or Domberema Kessia pa. Edienti, and an anno pay Edu Ababatum. Me Pachao said Nea Yakasay. Sania Brabona Yano, one crow mudiamu pa. One cray yaunti nunu cre, and ma wow, and nunu cre, and ma penny on in a year Jumano. If I told you, near was son hosono, now all what I was self control no, and now one only a friend wa kufua, waku edin kunimu. Abusia, medical catch us, Abraboya ye boy, a more crucia seer, a moo dajene, a moo quadana, o pimwa, and pim o the tariana, why one can timupana, one crow mudia mua. Wobi the bibi show sasa yamanwa wan hwa obebo nipa na po yes and you know as I said wo sa nipa no wotimi kura wo mu die mu na hu no sɛ ne wo hye no ɛbɛboa wan kasa na san so aboa nipa no a eni ayɛ kasa yi wone na edi sa akaso bomu no enti no sɛ wa wotimi hyɛ wo ho so a tie biem wotimi hyɛ wo ho so a ana yɛbɛfrɛ wo ne wako adi nkunimu sɛ wa wotimi discipline wo ho a self control wo discipline wo ho a ana yɛbɛka sɛ wako adi nkunimu woyɛ wakofo kɛse paa mɛdi kanka akuruhwe ase a nipa nam mu wanhwɛ yi a ensɔhwɛ no a yɛde bɛsɔ wahwɛ no wanhwɛ yi a ɛsan deɛ wonam mu nti no you will give up but anɔpɛ yi ma ba me ka kyerɛw sɛ hyɛ wo ho so nea wofam nyinaa akyi no hyɛ wo ho so ahokyere a wonam mu nyinaa akyi no abusua kura wo mu deɛ mu na hyɛ wo ho so adaa no ada yɛde sika ɛto ɛyɛ yɛka ne sɛ yɛde sika ɛte wɔ bi sintidua yɛde sika so obi hwɛɛ na wɔno ahwɛ ne ho ɛna deɛ wɔnam mu a abusua na sɛ sika no ɛde aso no hwɛ no wɔde ne nsa bɔ sika no mu nanso no ɛsan sɛ nipa no ɛwɔ self control na ɔkura ne mu die mu na ɔgyina ne mu die mu na ɔwɔ ahohyɛsoɔ nti saa da koro no ara nso na ɔhia sika de akɔtua ne ba school fees saa da no ara nso wɔhia sika ne fie wura tu ne dendenden sika nso na abɛdi ne nsɛm yi sika no ɛbɛdi ne nsɛm no yɛsi fa kɔ yɛ wei sɛ wonni ahohyɛsoɔ a I am telling you wɔde bɛ sɔfo ɔhaw no a wonnam mu no na waka sɛ deɛ bɛsi ɛnsi adɔpɛ yi tie ebi anadeɛ ɛkɔ no nyinaa no ɛyɛ ɛnsɔhwɛ yɛde nsɔ ahwɛ sɛ wogyina wo mu die mu a na wo ahohyɛsoɔ a eti anɔpɛ yi he who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior ne ɔwɔ ahohyɛsoɔ mapa no wano ne yɛfrɛ no wɔkofo mapa enti hyɛ ho so nea wonam mu nyinaa no mabaa me tumfo ahyɛ wo nkuran sɛ hyɛ ho so kakra ahohyɛsoɔ wei etimi sesa nneɛma bebrebe no a ahohyɛsoɔ wei wanhyɛ wo ho so a etimi de wo kɔ wɔ hawa wanhwɛ ya wontimi nyi wo tifiri mu da enti anɔpɛ yi ahohyɛsoɔ ho asɛm ne yɛka he who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior ɛmfa ho ebia baabi a wowɔ baabi a woyɛ adwuma baabi a wodi wo nkwe nyinaa no sika ɛfa wo nsɛm paa mekasa nso woda so nam fam a mpaboa to nyinaa we mekasa yi baabi a woteɛ yɛtu mekasa yi ebi mpo a wo school fees mpo ntuaeɛ ɛnso no da bi ada adwuma mu sika fa wo nsɛm ɛpaakyɛw ɛni deɛ wonam mu n'akyi ɛntua na mɔn bi ɛdeɛ no gu aseɛ ɛbɛbrɛw na yɛka kyerɛ nyinaa ne sɛ hyɛ wo ho so be disciplined conquer yourself na wo hyɛ wo ho so a abusua dan kwama no wo ne yɛbɛfrɛ wo sɛ woyɛ wɔkofo mapa watimi ahyɛ wo ho so abra na ɛhyɛ sɛ wotimi tua na mɔn bi ma ne sesa nneɛma a ɛnyɛ kwan papa nti anɔpɛ yi menim deɛ ɔnam mu but sɛ wobetie deɛ yɛka no a ekebɛboa yɛ nyinaa ɔse he who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior wa wo hyɛ wo ho so no wa ahohyɛsoɔ no na wo kura wo mu die mu no wo ne afrɛ wo wɔkofo mapa abusua hyɛ wo so baabi a yɛ adwuma no hyɛ wo ho so baabi a wote afie a wote mu hyɛ wo ho so baabi a wotɔn adeɛ hyɛ wo ho so baabi a na anɔpɛ yi you may find yourself biara no maba me hyɛ wo nkura ka kyerɛ wo sɛ hyɛ wo ho so na deɛ wonam mu no etwa sɛ esi sɛdeɛ bɛhwɛ a wobɛnya suahunu na dan nkrama bi no ɛkwan bi bia ana kanea no ɛhyerɛn na tɔw so a wɔn kwan a wobɛtutu wanamo he who conquers himself is the greatest and the mightiest warrior anɔpɛ yɛ nyina wɔ so na yɛnsa nso ɛma wo akye na yɛma wo akwaba anɔpɛ join the conversation live with your WhatsApp and text 0248071174 0248071174 kan na share so say yeah, live on all our social media platforms. And on Facebook, you know, I have Western Diamond TV. Of course, you see, na one like and page, you know. I feel you had a comment in no, at the atum at the amane. Oh, yeah, na wako link, you know, not what me I share. I Facebook TBM, yeah, live on YouTube, Western Diamond TV. On TikTok, also, Western Diamond TV. And I pay hashtag, you know, Accra Flats. Hashtags mienu and an ano pay yeah trending no it's you know Accra Flats and our face you know hashtag yeah cement prices hashtags in mienu bako Accra Flats and the next one no cement prices and I pay good morning some 50 minutes gone past the hour 6 me pa chao adanwa da eduada. We woke up just we woke up to a hashtag and this if one no what go social media and say aban papa ba and for that matter no we create a hashtag na say just cement prices reduced like what you me say adan wada enra anopa ye so de ya call social media ko hwe de e koso horo ene na NDC fuo no hashtag aban papa ba no ene de om de to hashtag na say cement prices have been reduced drastically by President John Dramani Mahama. And just say anopa ma me misa biem say ye to omemu na ye to aba de maw na se bia buru se bia kudonto wo ba ye no eniama ayengonguran to me ne ye de amo awie but uhunu boto anu fa kura nhyemu a na womu a womu gu social media etuan kakra mienu ye tua de ma ban se womu aboa no emfa nya mpuntuduma wo memu ane enya eso mfaso no watam sa sikare bi di kotua womu te Facebook ne Twitter ne ho ahwan eka ensemu ade afa ya aban a waban ho nokura ne de enya nokura nyina no wo prezi aban no a na ade achi ne yeda sore na safo no ede mienu to aye tua no yede tuamka no wo ba be hashtag our social media ho ase aban papa ba ne sent no ya tete cement buo so a na ukọ ba bia eton cement no na kapreba mpo yante so na eboa no soro kwa na ekwa eba chaw saafo no a wo hashtag sa ensemhunu no edin be na de be from yes because baby aga na edru no hwe ya ma no kure anya adwuma ya be brepa I am telling you baby o man ga na ekono we ya ban na with your position na wa no dendenden me na me kura the magic wand me baba be sisa amanfo abrabọ no o masetena na ye dina so to abama na wo ba bosome ye na ye numunie ahye papa bia fa nwu apunu akwan so ye na nei wo employ wamu a social media wamu gu wamu bo abaso wamu ye NDC fuo say wamu fa metum say ya tete niam abo so o mamu ase but the reality no on ground so no niam abo so kwa na e kwa sabia buru we a useless government. Yes, we are a useless government. So when you're useless and you will not employ such people to fool the ordinary Ghanaian taxpayer near you can say or expecting more from the current government. And me, I was very surprised. Say, ya danya yero na sa NDC social media for no adanwada kwa chiofo su ko hia omo a wo mo musika bia ene wo mo yan from no wo mbufu ya na omo cancer no saafo no ahye ase e crotro sansem hunu no ese ya te cement buo so e wo mamu ha sei. And to my surprise no sa propaganda ni nsem hunu no omo giye no ene wo mo ana wo mo asuade akọ akire. Some government appointees, some government officials fell for this nonsense. Yes, a typical nonsense. Yes, I be animu. On grounds, you know, a one that so jina baby jina. Now about the try to social media say John Mahama atete cement buoso. Enti nipa no a wo kwa kosi dan no. What is ate buo no so dey about 82 no. Sa wa ma contractor ni sika de ato cement a e de no be won ti sika no so e do go wi akire na be da ne ntokwa enti sa ensem hunu no am kotro social media NBC abemu penifo bi mu asobu mu hwiri boso nyina no safo ni nyina o ma dwen wo fomo ade enche ye yes wa dwen ni fomo a anka social media de no ugidi ada na won ko grounds won konko bisamu entie se sa pepepe de ti ana ya tete cement bo so ana. And a fine gentleman like Elikem Kotoko and then or a deputy CEO forestry commissioner say wako kotro on the Facebook said, did you ever imagine you will live to see the price of cement come down? Well, the cost of a bag of cement, that is gasem, has now been reduced from 120 to 82 Ghana cedis. Such a character. Obi a we deputy forestry commissioner say hwan no. Wo so sa ensem hunu ne sabia buru ade enchen ye. Sa ensem no a NDC fo do a yetwa mo ka mo gu social media e tro ensem hunu no. Wo so amoso agye di preko pese eyampa within just 4 months no adwo mahama baaye no watimi atete cement bo so am wakako post to e dey ato eye Facebook ni social media. You are displaying crass. Unimu amekachi you are displaying crass. Your ignorance level is far too high. Yes, as a public officer, no, what is our near money bia? What are you supposed to do at the first place? Grounds when I could be cement buona say, and son I want jump into sa and some who know what you know mudino. That ben it is cement boss wa memua. I had so drastically from 120 Ghana cedis to 82 Ghana cedis per bag. Yan kanu crunch there ho, sansem hunu no yesu so biem. Sansem hunu no enya de be so biem wo mamu ase. Wo wi ade obi ka kire ne say aha fa na menya bi ato. Ana Elikem Kotoko kroya as a deputy forestry commissioner. Tro akware say wan ko ne ma me fie, wan ko ne ma me jade. One call me tell ho cement ni bi wo ho na akwa say an apology of a public officer on the propaganda you are a fine gentleman. Why do you have to allow yourself for this useless social media bulldogs to bully you like this? Yay. So President Mahama ewo bibi buo so tia especially cement anka jata cement we dia ono ane brother dia anka jata cement no nke na nke ton be 80 cedis adentina jata cement mpo no yantete bo no so na gasem no yatete bo no so mo adwen mo amotro hashtag abai papa ba yate cement bo so munyai sansem hunu na mudi no sa President Mahama ewo bibi bo so tia me say anka jata cement nkobete so obeka me yate so esa say no kra de e woni fie cement no factory no e woni fie eti no wo so tumi kra mpo chen eye Ghana cement no eti ba ne say na jata cement no e da gina ba bia ye to no na nei gasem na mo de ba betum say ya teso from 120 to 82 Ghana cedis. You people should be ashamed of yourself. Very useless hashtag, useless post, and I'm going to bet John Yasumu free and rabbi pemene. And clearly, say, when your public officers, government appointees falling for this crass and nonsense, na etro pefe se ade na esuo nyina no akwa se da muto. Ojina mu na okasa ekonku a se ade na esuo nyina no sabia buru sabia kudonto nyansa ye de ya wo man no ebi ni mu. That is the situation on ground right now. Yes. That is the situation on ground right now. And to one believe you, yeah, and I buy papa ba, John Mahama ba, 4 months, what me the attestament to Boston Hong Kong bano. Ye be say, and ne, Brodia boy, say. President Mahama to me at the Brodia was Wagana. I would ye the precupese, what is cement to Boston from 120 to 82 Ghana cedis. One young communico hinia, over this answer Hunui. That man for so, a man for so, see a kaye, I buy papa ba any. Monko be a ton cement na mko bisa. One more ton cement and say, I want to cry near the big home. eboa no a mo se yate so no ye de bi e ka ho be ba chaw young credit ye Kwasi Wilson Parker owo Oyerepa TV wosi monten so ekọ baabi e ton cement no ene wamo ton cement ne kasae esan so ne wamo ba beto cement no so e kasae adugudinti ayen simu ne se yesimu a obegazo ya said that the microphone akwa ko tuatua omo a wamo ye MPP fu a wamo ton cement na no ene eni omo di nkomo nti no wono ne de wase woye objective wogina emfifini wotwa atwa ase eno no atiasimu eti no MCL se video na ready a yankọ ne yankọhwe na yehunu NDC ene president Mahama wo mahoto afa enema a wo mse adete boode so eti no we
aba form ana se emba form embrante bi aba kra bobo ya asese a even omo package omo beto cement ni bi omo concerns kakra ombeso mo no meche mamisa branche ja gan say
yankopo ado me hoye na muso ye
yes ye hoye pa o so beto cement o
ti cement ni ateso
na oba na omo se say
ba cement ura anso one day ono yente so nto ono so wonte so ma yentu
you say saying o se ne boni
o se ne boni 130 na
mote say ayate so akose
yete say ateso say 82
mote say ateso
82 enu ay ka bi wo Facebook ene so ya sa ka bi sa si am fo kurekuta mi bia caption kura mtutwa bi enso ya ba still na so mo so mo nte so nte ye won pa
ye mo wan I see but mama mbisa champion Jack na also beto cement no
me say motor cement
na no mobile almost say
ye be no monti so me ye tete say o mate so ba still mo so monti so 130
ani na mo fisi ate so akosai
me pa me ka say bia 105 and I say 102 and
what tin say ate so
o me tin social media ya o
me tin social media
o me say your fans cement no dollar o mate so nti bibia o mate so
sa
ani
nti o buy na papa say on so
asante so 130
so 130
and the last 2 months kwa to be cry 105 since I was 130
na modin ka ko baby a o na surprise this say
ayako no baby ayako no matutum
o matutum say
like shop na tu shop ni mbie
o mbie
nza fini pese any name ni kibisibisa ikibisibisa there bia haya hankwa na price na say na say
I see champion ambisa ozo wona otwa bobo ya wo to cement ni
cement nde min to bi na anne mi sore o mo se o mate so bi kura se sis cement no mate ya ba 85 bi kura
85 em last month mo to 105
ye ba na mi ko fa we mi no mo se o mo ko to cement na mi se yanko agbinki ho woman bi ho ye ko duro no kura on bie o bie the shop na cement side ndo on bie o si cement na bi ni ho
I see. It's necessary no.
Oh, sesa menya shole botokura yento.
To cement no.
Debi. Ya bokone ya kafe ya ho adwena da foforo ya ba.
I see.
Na
my disappointed.
Wa mama mpo yeske na de ba no nso. Onso so ye be ne.
Na be se moto be say.
Ke plate to be 8 bags ne ye de ke ejuma kakra bi ba. Egbona we raise na akoyen ye budget le 105. Na ya be ya botton ba ba nzeza wala 140 ne ze sampo atura aba 130 te tele na bunu mpo wasoro kula
I see
nti ehule ma nyam no wana no wo bibia ho ma wo kan de bi was and pay me yanku bi from market investment 85 by ma me ya we no wa asafo
okay
ba ma me mfa me won ya we lende ya me ja ba ya we ya wala 130 this owo me
enjoy why disappointed
oh mampo ehula maestra maestra
okay mati
miami nua Kwasi Parker of Oyerepa TV and or taking the burden upon himself or call womo ton cement no ho ene womo ko di nkomo ene womo aba ebe to cement no it clearly. Now, I was expecting a communique from the presidency. Say, niyama na social media say atisamenti buoso no enya no kure. But free and ra bepem ene. Maintain sa kwa achio fosu a ya tam 78 million Ghana cedis dia man say one communicative from the presidency Emma Ghana for no maintain si wa babon tia ma bekasa. Enti si ekasa such people are very useless. Yes, spending Ghana for taxes on them. As soon as because as a serious government, you know, say amount for the same money to social media. Trust me, say what do one and yes, will be a sabia brew, Nagrino, I wake a grano, a better than Tokwa, and a danen Tokwa at the were yen and Tim was a bomb and was and you know, not we were expecting a communique from the presidency as a tenra, say, Sandia man and social media and yano correct. As I said, Mona Matrias our boys in the car, one good social media, air some hunu, and you know, my D, I am there, and I'm also so sooner, one more dim quasiasem, what my mua say. Baby, I did that, we will speak to power. Ya can't plan and you plan for Udin some hunua, Yabaya cast word in some hunu. How, say, a man for no, and lose trust and interest in you are. And as I am away, you know, one more share at the two. Sadia course, you know, and DC and Perifuano at Tassia. One more Tassia. And Manana Crown Posse, it was cooked from the presidency and on the Batumu. And Manana Sadano, the Uncle Shias Afro, one more trauma come on Faswa. In moving forward, you know, one more ever propagating the agenda of the NDC government. I'm a young musica. Bosumi biano sono manyane tiase 1,500 Ghana cedis. And 15,000. Anyway, and you know, and money no one say wamo ekukuye from the presidency. And I'm about two because as at now no say yenya communication from the presidency. Next round say any and 7 year kano no kure kakra omu. And to one buy a year tetere. Ya bua omusu akoto abade ama NDC President John Mahama. Ye nim ne dada say wa ba first one no kra no wa ma me hute there saso ato aba ma no yes wa sesa wa ba be ye o man ni yi a enie etre no there is nowhere in this country cement boo ya tete so from 120 e de aba 82 Ghana series wa tro sa ne ma ni nyina no sebe wa ma dwene e wo fom wa ma dwene wo fom. And one more yes, hashtag, you know, Sabia Bru and some who hashtag is a by papa into the cement board, yatetiso on the grounds of the court. Now got here. Cocacha cement you run, and yeah, and near more cock crab by, you know. One to one, so better sounds was. And that is it. And find so Timo baby, I yatete cement boss who again has say, baby a boy Ginano, and one Gina, and cranin and patamu baby, you produce cement, no, Ubenya be 120, 130. Uko baby a year tiri one more fucker kakwa tintimbe far. What the qua, what the bedjo baby 140, 150 there about a bag, et no, a by papa wa bano, resetting no, any cement boy in a year December. Yeah, two abano na cement buono ejina say 80 or 85 90 there about within 4 months no e bona pejako 130 otu wo say e aban papa na aba ogwini utirimu a ka be ko tro sansem hunu na agu social media yey ogwini utirimu pa ka be ko tro sansem hunu no agu social media ne ete hono no some 8 minutes gone past 7 me pa chao Accra flooding. Baby adiana kakwa kodunu, we are in a dire situation. Sir, the nation's capital and so 30 minutes in pa. One more capital no and na baby mpo enjina. Amafo bebre no a dan and wo mfie nyina no enso ayiri atwa faso. Let your memo say enso toketua bia the nation's capital. Na flood no just ensuo na ziri afa ba bia ena na nsa nsuo eto nkra na nkranfo no wo ma mote nkra na wo hoye mobo. And I'm telling you say wa man ya titere na sabia buru past government current administration ya hunu nyansa say and then gutters ni drains na ya no aya tetede enti no ya be bia mu na ya tetemu a ensuo to a edi nsu yiri beba na da kwakufu ado ba akonwa ne so no mekai oti a whole ministry sanitation ministry anan kakra ne asase otimi ye nyina woye yenya wobi ana wote opposition as at that time emane ba be ka say sanitation ministry na adan kwakufu ade Dr. Baomi aban ate no sabia buru a vehicle to steal and siphon money from the state coffers yade gu amanfo bi ebotomu. Then candidate John Mahama ebe ka che Ghana for say sanitation ministry no budget bia de ko no ene aban no oteso no egisika no echedi wonfanya adwuma esese wode ye etino wey aye enkran ensu eto be 30-45 minutes no okpongulo hwe kwan mu nyina ziri and Malam Junction baby abefa bia no chese ensu to kakra bia na bia ziri Airport Hills anya wanwa Hills are edi ensu to ana yiri dodowa. Just look at the situation. Look at the situation. Look at the situation. Enti sa aban biaba na sa aban ni jina opposition aka say a whole ministry aban dada no be setting up no anya papa na budget ayetwa de ministry onyina no adwuma esese wo de ye no wo fa nye no wo chesika ni dia no no ba ane wo behwa me yatete gatasimu sa ministry no wo be scrapo yentwa budget bia nko obia mu sika no will remain in the coffers of the government na ane bosome bia no anada bia da no wabomade ahwa me yatete gatamu se na be ensuo to a enyiri mfa yen na eto abama sa nipa no na bosome numu achi ensuo to for some few minutes na yiri fa Accra nyina. Trust me, nipa no a wo share sa abo no ene wonya sa tumi no sabia buru we are very very incompetent.
Wontumi radio
very very incompetent. Sa wonya incompetent want to know position enka ensam na yato abama wa o meye otherwise we are incompetent. We are very very incompetent. Where's amu yusu di man anado no ebia na yusu di ama President Mahama. Tenti bi kase aban dada na abanfo enti no wonu a wonya abanfo no wo ba ye bosome enum nie wo be scrap sanitation ministry afiri say aban dada no afa so di wi a wo man sika a ejuma sese de ye no ya fa nye enso to a e won kraya na yiri ba bia enti no wo ba wo be scrap ministry no na fei watete gatasimu enso to anya de be yiri nkran bia mu enso to 30 minutes pempo no hwe ena eziria afa amanfo japade ese amanfo niema no. And it's a shame Ghana baby edu enso to kakra bia the nation's capital na baby eziri na penifo tiwo ayenhwe han ye propaganda kan samu a efaso bia ne enkuranse bia ni mu enie yeah obi na nsu ayiri no ama ohwere gina ka esi ho no so no hwe osi fo mo pension be twende nako wo man Ghana Accra ensu ato edane na ansa within few minutes no hwe and eziri afa ba bia no enti no what is President John Mahama doing about the flooding situation in the country and specifically in Accra? Ade no ya de afa ho South no opposition a shia bose wo ba ba ye mampani a ensu yiri ebi nsi wan kan bia mu a wada Roma ne a wo kan ye no yamaye esanse wo ba ye no 5 months mu nie ensu ato ama na ziri akum nipa ba ye enum wo sensia nyapade bebre na asai President Diana wo ye de afa ho anka enei anopa ya no there should be a communique from the presidency etre kwan ye be fa so a ye de be kebo sa problem ni challenge we and so as we speak now near 78 million Ghana cedis and they are saying to say well communicate from presidency to the people of Ghana no ye ntene kan critical issues are a border on a amanfo ewe no and the all man make am fa ho ne ho hia and propaganda but so wa ba be gina ho na wo be ensam wo ka nyina no fa so bia ni mu etisi ato amamu ne ato aba ma now to opposition now the ensu yiri aye campaign ya can say propaganda and your politics are now within 5 months in your administration ensu to be some 30 minutes na yiri fan kran na now say the baronya incompetent na idea We are incompetent. Yes. Only pragmatic measures biya. Whatever source are in Nano. Dead and now two position and now we amount for fear, amount for your party, soon as you ring in a now to my surprise, you know. And Crofoya ya to a babo mi pa de yan ye pe ne be bia ne yanki anuntum yan ye pe de be bia ne yanki anuntum to my surprise no wo hwe wo bia nsu ato a ayire amanfo obenya aban mu mpanimfo beti se Dr. Edward Manebu ama era first stand dobe ati eye social media and traditional media so kasa de fa ye ka de say de fa your friend say football. Can you imagine this? Who does that? Say Waman Ghana and yet the nation's capital baby a bank kesiye wo no ensu ato amana zira fa nipa na yenya a minister like Dr. Edward Manebu ama and stand dogbe or a presidential staff amebua good Waman na hwian kan fa ensu ayiri amanfo alfa amanfo no ho football ho samone football ho komo na wo mo elbo. Can you imagine this? Can you imagine this? Say amanfo a critical situation mu aban a wo se wo dwira amanfo ho na wo ministers anya hwian kan fa ensuo na ayiri do a kum nipa na se amanfo nya pade no moti wona mo ka football ho asamo ball no kura mo ka wa asempo enya Ghana ha ball amono ne football ho asamo na moti wona mo ka abrasa wo hawwe eda ho a scare us in the face but fa Ghana web we ne to so ma me ebia we be ka se bia menim ne America o de fa to so ma me Dr. Edward Manebu ama one stand dogbe in a very sad situation Waman Ghana womu na niesi yenya abai mu mpanimfo a whole minister yenya a whole minister and kahwe fa ho issue a statement fa ho instead no wamadaje ka football ho nsamo abusia ya ne pe na homa san kon yeah ya ne pe na homa san kon and Ghana were before and you can't say caption on the by am say sad and shameful stand dogbe or Manebu ama criticized for discussing football amid Accra floods. Kwame yaro mu ani na o me see you free so na fa we ni to so mame Ghana Web publication caption I don't know or say sad and shameful stand dogbe or Manebu ama criticized for discussing football amid Accra floods. Amidst Accra floods. Very, very shameful and disheartening. Shameful and disheartening. Ministers are normal and pray. Some 18 minutes gone past the hour 7. I don't pay you are my Ghana who adwuma. It's Yabotia ni yanku anim. Yabotia pa. Na ni aye ka say yanku anim. Enti na no. Fa candidate John Mahama video re to mu mame. Abra na wo criticize ya bandada ne say was setting up a whole sanitation ministry. Na afi bia no budget a ye twade ko ni nyeska ketwa. Ne nyina achi no wonfa eye sika enya ade a ebe so nsu yiri ano.
I can relate to the recent cynicism and massive mistrust you have in our body politics because the current government has been undeserving of your trust. The challenges of today might seem insurmountable, but I urge you to look beyond the present and dream with me of a reset Ghana, the Ghana we all want, where your talents and hard work will determine your success. I promise a Ghana where you are not sidelined, but at the forefront of change.
David say Kofrudia ani akwatia. Se wo ba 24-hour economy no Kofrudia ani akwatia say ye de mfato ho. Mfaso be no mu betimi anya a free 24-hour economy.
24-hour economy no voluntary anya the IF force. Ahanti ye ba ye the policy no beba.
De betwem kra
Bebia e won kran ha nsuo to kakra pe na bebia ayiri ezu enti sa Ministry of Sanitation a omo ahwe so mfie wotwene a ene nsuo kakra to omo koji sika wo World Bank omo se omo be yiyi gata numu a eche se omo mfa nye hwe no NDC ba sa Sanitation Ministry no yebegu no ni asan dia call local government
Osan editu dwa se na ban na eba wo mo behwe se asoye aye local government ene behwe aye sanitation enwonsem
ye be say the Sanitation Ministry no accord to local government maybe ansuo beto bia ye be yiyi gota no nyina se na be ya ansuo no ba ebenya kwan na asen na ansuo a etayiri ewo mo junction ho no na echese yetimi asiesie na ye kama.
A few moments later.
Mama is the hope. If you hope, is the hope for my child is the hope.
Am I in a position? You know, about the boss video no and so etime at the amount. But Ryan, the PRO for Abose Okan Spare Parts Dealers Association Yera Benjamin Techi Ado edi nkomo na nkomo no nyina no ne se baby asidi no ahoɔden akwa akoduru nti ene spare parts buo no wamo ehye eye wamo ewo omukuo no nyina wamo ton spare parts ne se wamo entity eye spare parts buo so adapeye danya ne ya abosuo kanfo ni bi se enya ade a spare parts buo no wamo teso ne ene kina amana ye yie yansa ka yero atachia do ahoma no so wo fa no pay machi
na joso
na ohunam ye bokọ de
Mompago ni Ghana bibia bokọ
edanyame ase pa ye ni ka mu aba so se ene sidi no enya ahoden no wugina amudie mu ehye eye womo ewo ekuo no nyina se womo entity womo niam bo so but ade ekochin ya Akradi womu nie onkrofo ne se enya ade a won betimi atete spare parts bo so wadaroma
yes and okra me dance biom andra ya no kra andra no me brepa ngu se egmawe no ye o ma chinti no ana anda ko ne se o se mu media for no se obi ni mu ye fire na bia mo ni pa ko ne side me no media for mu fele ni da
yeah
it is yesterday bia na ana carry weight far.
That's right.
And mami che was sure for no tie for nyina. Na mi che bibia ni waduma for nyina. And sa tete da mi ni no e pusi DPRT for mo tinga ko no 50%. It no na say maybe boba ba ko tin mami no endra. Ha. Na fair say me crop for no. Omo sometimes you know I don't blame them. What I'm no kasanya na me catch you say even though your set but akoko ni kasabe because over the years no the different kasanya bo Canada dollar no akufar mo pegi akoko do 70 cities no okono egweduma bibili mama for capitals in Asia it nice ya okakawo ana abosoka the same time so no misaka bibi semanka o station so dia abosoka kasana ebi wona kasana ho ye strong with my MPP because Abekma Central no seven electoral areas abosoka is one of the electoral area MPP stronghold it also to play role over say fine yeah party no power it a good news about there and na get it in so ma gather the power no onya onyam it no also a other rule because I know what I'm saying and that city for no more store na me dey on buy so me store na me really feedback no it ends up no say it no na me nya feedback no pass mo dia ba mo na me say na me pa na me hu ye it is almost so a some just a handful of them then that's a more first almost reduce some Yamano. It will be about we echo the weekend, be an unnecessary changes. It is a new Ubiana Illuminano, but every day, at least some people will try to be a little more a Kakra. You say, yeah, political arena, the sanity. As I said, no, I will pick it again. I be so Kakasai MPP stronghold, and they are in opposition, and the open to a big political rule, but the question is, government power, no, almost the form of crop market. No. This is the time NDC need to set up and start locating their people in the market. Because maybe your stronghold, you know. Don't expect maybe any your stronghold. Don't expect them say they will think your music and they will dance to your music. Some will comply, some will resist. So what you have to do is say, try to say over after on crop for you. You crop between day about the attitude in your muscle. A bit company will be also better in your mass because to remove the 2 million also, as soon as you have to so the aim. Make sure we tell the same to my test of the idea and the million too. A bit company. So we just do things now. We just know better. So, me as head of communication, as a political analyst, we make me a catch of mono, a full consultation, on Pomiti, and Nayamasam. And you know, a question, I'm almost say almost because there's more old stock, and indeed we should agree with some of Ampase old stock. As I say, duty, said that man for me to send the amount for person. I can do a number for me. That's a duty, I perform Kakra. I need the anchor old stock and I can complete say this about from there, and the balance Kakra. That's what I say. By years the case due to a map from the eye, or share, what you mean, Casa say, and the meeting to me because the old stock or the old stock may excuse amount, and you can't afford them, and they are right. It's on the power, I think, say, Nyokano, Mama, at least Mama background Kakra, Nyokosian, Mama background Kakra, we can make just a year analysis.
I see.
But
Tachi, as the communications director for a year association, would you to say a man or 17 and near ye can say, ye two near my boom and I 10 year my boss one, Sidino, Ahuadeno, a Pejacosra, Yentimi, entertain your my boss or Memohano. Because Casano was say, or honey, MPP stronghold. And you know, any idea what more bet ye dear Wokano.
No, I'm not saying say any idea of it because I'm saying say those are speaking, or more, they have legitimate points. Now, me more back and more factors, or more reasons, Say one of the electoral areas are a what bit myself and people stronghold. And again, this sounds for power 2,000, 3,000. And yeah, we so can for Korea no material. Saturday was secondary school final year. Let me just so kind. But you who say almost to me also. Now that we power another number of so kind. Saturday and the concern we are aware. Almost to me also man. You communicate a party na say a party about power. That who compare Kufuor that can tell you the reason why I'm in all this background. It's the same anything about Obiti Yamaso also can know. Mama will be anyway. Mama time from 2015 crap of crown, who demonstrations strikes to stores near their demian. It is so for that baby. We need to face the reality, but NDC don't listen. Because I want this for business level no more bedroom. And the for NDC for the bedroom so we the only they are not finished. They edit for power. They make sure say almost make sure say they give the free roll to do their business. In this every position now, they almost suffer too much and we get for the side. And now yeah, you dig also do na ya chance. Oh, I can't block a premature rule. I will get a deal. A factors are and a problem. And I'm a Shadana, man, corner, sir, let me say feedback with the back for some people. A better company with a babble, see my master factors in a day.
But you create the legitimacy of concerns. I want to raise ya. One say, time one more Accra near money buy na exchange rate no CD no na any na who are then form pa. And they say dollar na who are then no akɔfɔm ama sididie na basoro a ɛno enye nyinaso nti a wɔn de tete wɔn nneɛma boɔ so wɔn kasa sɛ wɔn wɔn yɛ adwen sɛ ɛsɛ so wɔn kasa
wɔn sɛ meka kyerɛ sɛ concerns na wɔn raise no ɛni nyɛ legitimate o sɛ nyina yɛ dwa
that's right
sɛ nyina ne ho akom ɛna mekyerɛ sɛ dollar no ɛba form no ɛnyɛ 2 weeks ago 2 months mu starting from 2 months ago ɛna dollar ne ba form o ɛna yɛayɛ ne monitor na ba bi sɛ ni ɛna meka kyerɛ sɛ raises no mama no legitimate but also adjustments kakra o prices no ho a ɛbɛboa ɛna mama o raising ti a saa wobɛte saa asɛm wei sɛ yɛ tete so sɛ ebi asa tete so meka kyerɛ sɛ me no meton shops absorber me media no yɛ fɛ cola 09 sɛ meton 1000 with about 800
what is 100 cedis
200
oh okay 200
ebi tete omo de so ba ɛna meka kyerɛ sɛ ebi so sɛ omo nyɛ sɛ nyina o stock ni nyina be kuyen
yeah
yes but yet to me because I don't have to catch them say me no mo meeting last Tuesday say my man ko for na tete sepa so omo until on the first it Emma say no and the situation they say you fam and the minister by so no omo ko transfer 15% omo ate so a e be take effect on Saturday minister state was association by no I compare omo tete on the first so e be take effect I say it do obia edge I adjust it ho obi a ya adjustment ana yen kwa de ebe se be ye abuso ke be se be ye
I see you know statement mo de buy na compel driver for na ma na me adma Saturday no mo te ahyentuade bo so 15% no
oh yes yeah that was almost 60% say yeah no asoma ye be kan no I say atoma sum say ampa e bi te no so mo pa e chewa say young catch on almost to me so ndi na adra for so my want say on be so mo locating group bi o so kan ya o mo nyama no form no wa catch adra for say o koto ade akoto no asemi o say o mo yesa na e be ma krofo bi nyama be de kaka say e be to am e bi nya market asle bi no because that's what they want to there sana adra for ndra many o mo PR no Abbas Imoro ko share with TV3 o mo business with 6 o'clock ne kopie wo ho so ka chem straight almost at locative graphobi graphobi about 20 no more ka chem mo mesin nya say e mo kwa buso ka mo tonu sana o plan say mo person mo beto so dia that's how me kono that's why I start by saying say the government should look for their own, identify their own the market. Now ka chem mo say hey aba from the most munye ni say nothing from ehyan kakra if you can na aba you see one yen is now we hwe han a dollar never from could do same most baby a marketing me no yan ka say yen consumers dollar ba from dollar cost ra tomatoes dollar cost no me ko so yes dollar o me no nya ya we dollar ba from so a to them board the marketing dey ntira so baby a me free na me tell say ye dig am do na ya chance you should understand what I'm saying
but as an association ma ho aden no pa ejina hefa because say wo dom kuo bia do a se wo de ebuo ne asotie ma ekuo no a wo dom no mpanimfuo nsam a wo mo ede beba ejino saafo no a wo mo wo association no mu a bepem ne wo mo so mo ntimi nti wo ne ma bo so no ede na association no ede ye saafo no
dabi utimi nyo mo hwe because utimi enforce obi bebi onya ne sika di ne business no wonni wo hwe ena obi wo hokra o kasa e kwafo ko ebi okro no list obi na egoro boy no gina pa also oni association membership card so that say I think no go say one I don't know for a fact me that's a fact cafe and even though your membership pa we can't for the person say I'm part to the say because we need car wabo because they be abo kai so mo e dey your stroke e be for wen ampa sa omo complain say you see I na me kasama for post bi I mean I want to be yes I mean yes I do politics because the for you know you politicians they didn't be as a Ghana house on your politician and I mean no they are me pharmacy here me can here so that say $1 no cost 70 cedis so and you know on tako no mo kasa no o ma buy no $1 no cost 70 cedis more o ma buy na no $1 cost 70 cedis It will be the aba no the battle series or boa umu. I just work a cassia. Also, stock it, you can do it. Stock it, you can do it. I like that for the cost of making money or marketing. Nigeria farm no castle. Nigeria for attitude on Manso. Nigeria for no attitude on Manso Ghana, I'm look at say. And Nigeria for no, or we 18 or more family meeting and that. Memokasa you be or what to Manso, Minokasa way, or what to tell you Manso. So also you get now to do Manso, and the world will be for so.
I see. And you know, the other can say, I buy no and identify NDC for one. One more so can almost spare pass now, or no one can say, woman to take a year, woman near my boss.
Because who identify on for now? Almost to sure. I like to follow so. After follow Abusukano, they are close to 150 or more shops, or more to do. They are close to 150 years. If you are to follow to now, who identify on for no to clearly, no one say I feel why do marketing. So what's automatic? Yeah. Nina, a strategy or marketing move into 1 year now. What's the
okay. All right. You're Benjamin Techiadoma. You're not sitting for CSC.
Nothing. Every time. Yeah, back as I be here. I be did 1 week. I'm in 1 bush. 1 week show. But.
Who will do Krumu? I know pursue your home and why? Yeah, this also. Yeah, that's papa. And you know, you're Benjamin Techiado. Communications Director Edema Osikani Spare Parts Dealers Association. And before the better Musa wanted to spare parts was no. Before say hey, yantite so. Nyama na yako fire no dollar dada no ho den ye de fire. Eti na yantite so anya yie. Yantite so. Ya hwese ene ye said ye seed no enya ho den no aban betimi a sustain no a. Ansa na ye baby bia fa ho a e bibia fa ebo do ho. But Techiado amama hunu se Ghana has said the interest in either MPP or NDC. Yeah. Either MPP or NDC. Was what to make a association, no, baby association, no, NPP stronghold. Now, ya decide directives ne bar, and ya the MPP for mu, ebe jiatumwa, and an association where muno, a useless association. So association in your useless anka the head of the association and the directives bar members no timi ka say dia modia bar nya dia befa yeah politics no mo dey and e wan this ne wan people ntino wutie no say and ye aban no identify NDC fu e wo abosuo kan ho no mo kasa no mo nti mo ne ma bo so. Can you imagine this? Oh my God, interest in a dozen papa. Okay, cranny, do attempt crack a home. Anyway, you know, no. One so I'm spare pass was what? Any idea a bay. MCR Sanford President Mahama video no emame. Was say, I bind that no creative sanitation ministry. Afibia no budget at the core. Budget at the core no. I buy no and for budget in your juma as what they na abani disikano esanse ensuo to bia nankran ayiri jaw sanitation ministry ho ye kaba ya diskoma ma fi bia ensuo to nkran ya na ziri etino wano ba
ezu enti sa ministry of sanitation a omo ahwe so enfie wotwe a ene ensuo kakra to omo ko jisika wo World Bank se ombe yiyi gata numu a chese omo mfanye hwe no NDC ba sa sanitation ministry no yebegu no ni asan dia call local government
osan editu dwa se na ban na eba wo mo behwe se asoye aye local government ene behwe eye sanitation enwonsem
yebesa the sanitation ministry no accord to local government maybe ansuo beto bia yebe yiyi gota no nyina se na be ya nsuo no ba ebenya kwan na asen na nsuo a etayiri ewo mo junction ho no na echese yetimi asiesie na ye kama.
A few moments later.
Mama is the hope. He gives you hope. Child is the hope we need. He's the hope.
And you know, Mahama is the hope. He gives you hope. He is the hope for Mother Ghana. Anyway. Ne Obama hope or your hope ni and that's one. I say ministry no adwuma ese so amo yare wo nye. Enti no what the ministry no kwa share local government ase. Na ya tete gates mu. Sane ebe ansuo to a enyiri emfa nipa. Boso me numunie. What you ministers ni nyina wabo mu nyina din wo ma hye adwuma ase wa so wo in. Enti no the local government minister Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim. Yes, sworn in as the minister no. Where Timmy Akama yatete gates e won kramu na your excellency and pay me bisa. Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim, local government minister, yes, sworn in no based on the candidate John Mahama Ekaya in 2024 in opposition. Now your president Jebisa say, yes, swear minister in no local government no etimi ahwe ama enei ya tete gatesa ewo enkran emonten so ne bro no so ana ede na nsuo to 30 minutes pe enkran nyina yiri no wo se aban dada no ene ekwa sika de cost sanitation ministry ho a sika no yemfa nkoye adwuma sese ade ye enti wo ba enso yiri edi enso yiri enkran ebi ensi da 5 months munie. What has happened? Ade pa na esi Your Excellency President John Dramani Mahama adopay mebisa say ade na esi 5 months into your government and sweato in Accra for just 30 minutes. Amana ziri and cry bronu ni nyina. Let's be truthful to ourselves. Ni nyanya atwom no ayede ti o mamu ha no. Can play the achiro. Opa ene menya adwen, opa ene menya adwen. Ye can the achiro wo no. Yes. There is no hope in this government. I am telling you. And this anyum no Makadiamano, Mahama is the hope. He is our hope. No one nyina no. Mahama is the hope. Mahama is the hope. Hope be any baby. There is no hope anywhere. Say hope womua anka 5 months munye anka yehunu baby a abai no oteswande o man no eni etre. Hope no ever. Hope no amokan ever na wo. Hope ni baby a. Tiano no. Nsuo to a enkran. Anyway. Sada anu ada yesi akoti odomu odo river ne akotim nsuo to ye ne ayiri abu afaso ama ni wura amanfo fie yesi abetiti gates mu ye nyina ye oha ye hwede ebekọ na akosi me ba choice been 5 months President John Dramani Mahama ye de ne to esi akonwa ne so na in every serious jurisdiction no where campaign na u key policy abra where campaign no wonya to me no a asese sa key policy no eho adwumaye wo hye ase da ye de oto be kan konwa ne so na womu nya omugidie ejina sa key policy ne so to aba ma wo no ehunu seriousness what they attended to the implementation and the documentation of your key policy. Yaba to about President Mahama eto Ghana for na nyina say what the idea be by friend 24-hour economy. Now 24-hour economy no 1 job, 3 shifts, 3 people. Ama 24-hour economy no ehun tiremu kura no be ye bibia ho. Na NDC for no kura no wamo edit 24-hour economy slogan ne buy no kra no na wo monte ade na se enti na obeti se aselu ketia ejina ha wo ka bibi fufuro kra obeti samija fijina ha wo ka bibi fufuro kra obeti George Parado jina ha wo ka bibi fufuro kra Wamu kika ya man, the current MP for Eskaruketan, Honorable Dr. Professor Grace Ayesu Dankwa, Eko kan say we are Ghana ni na won't 24-hour economy asia wabodam. Yes, okay. Ebe do baby na se do ketia be kan say hey, wo bia enya mo bia me kire hwimu. Munya ma John Mahama no ade the 24-hour economy slogan na ba no ma kirem. Ya anti okromu a. It's 5 months in here. Where is the documentation for the 24-hour economy program? A man for Jina so the two abama and man beburan that's what memu say. Where is the documentation? 120-day social contract. Udi shemu say obetin team and krata. Edi abeg Ghana for say way anyway na 24-hour economy no. Yeah ba ye kwan we so ne fa so de aye no 5 months in here. Yante hwe. Ebeba ne aba beto asa nkomo no. Yenkwa ama no so. Na yenni eye enkomo. GPRTU for say Nyame adom a memene da 24th May. Wamo to take cash into adia bo so 15%. Na GPRTU for make statement he say and yeah, all commercial drivers say what memu ase. Memene da. Yeah, to take ashentuade bo so how mo paying edunum 15%. Alliance Drivers Ghana say Sabia Bru, Sabia Kudanto, GPRTU for woman with your mokano. So many with your mokanka, woman back abontin fast statement in Massa, ya betiti ashentuade bo so. No mo bisasa insurance boy ya teso ye oko yika wo aya porter import duties ya teso ye spare parts boy ya ne tachi ado di ko bonsi ya no na nkrofo no se nya ado mo teso etino ede enkoa na be ba ma ene ene ya ye ka say fam won koa na ye di be determine the price of a transport in this country. Kwa no penalty and come ache. Ati say. Yesu adom ye ho ye pa. Anka yanya ye foot trot ne taxi di anka ya ti de no. Na ba ni say na alliance for de momo say GPRTU for say mo ka say ashentuade bo ye te so o hamu abu pen edu enumu no momo de anya ade amode ye aduma.
Ejawa menchi o ti bonamente wa shefo. No kwase me wo mu say government so na DPRTU and now so esa katre dawa for say wa want so no. Eso no. Actually that any po illegal. Because government so yenti Ghana bakwase mu no. Yenti government so Ghana ha the Becca say what want to police in Chow, a bit see that. A year the neighbor some number, a dear woman, and I say, don't pay more. And the DPSU Becca said, two of us, I want to show a police in Chow. That is a lot of process on a young who do. I catch them to the cabin of Makwadia. I know more this I to show better than for quarter and no more. I tell you, yeah, to Suna and to Sutana. Waba. I had a fuel from 4%. Now, Obaka a lot of us 15%. I had a now, Nicodemus, my Yamsika of a farmer boka. Of a Mikasa Minjro. Says, I'm an Okasa, for minister take it. Wow. Take it now, at Yamamono. A free 2 city, a quarter Ghana cities. Cash organs are near channel 634 Ghana cities. A year, third party, no. As I say, you mean comprehensive, no. The third party now, NOBI, and Sister as in BCA. What's the no take no obey? There's no way. As the third party near channel 630, no. This year, a quarter 710. This man is a but a war, Urowa, Oba, who not found one day, say, dear. Okani shop and I said the other hospital. Now Urowa in time as 1 year go chane be upon one day. Yeah, you penalty near 100 Ghana city. Minia, it is any man when no, yeah, ɛde gya dabɛ mɛso bɛbɛ na ka aboɔduro mɛsi tɛtɛ yɛ sa kɔ 1.2 billion yɛ na sɔre na sa petrol boɔ ɛba fam petrol no ne boɔ ɛyɛ 14 cedi pesos a abedu 13 cedi 28 pesos a me motor offer so 50%. Dabi achiu ade aba na ade twi aso na etie se a enyeye don't fair and tea baby da and say person answer kofuka mesraw but usika na wani ma kogu ase na da ba ni die no beti no offer so adaroma
na kwakue GPRT for say ya tete cash ntuade abo so ntino commercial drivers fo nyina do obi antene de so adan na alliance fo mo se monte so kwaku
Elia
na ze de wo kai de ene Ghana fo no aye from cars no bedi hu ya wo
adawa fo bedi na minia wanya okoja obegoso babaka minia Ezia me no kan se hwamani adawa fo enemu a emfa GPS o GPS kuba se mo ba ye fi bebe ni amaye kan insurance for adawa fo to GPS insurance ni tabani dia ya samana sana ya dia di papa da mun kocha ebi waye tirame GPS usika be ko ma je fi adawa fo we suku dan be no mo dia sie se adawa fo ma enko mu school tirame bi apo ba na GPS di sika for one person by the TV. And the person for my phone, I did get you, but I was up by the edge. Now, a move made a make us so much as a mini one dance. Already, I'm my party, Linia, and then you'll be. And I'm ready to read up today. Getting to million to us. But you know,
one see we are driver Nina Ubusa Mreiswa approach for Anchero. One say we are driving in our bus. I'm ready to approach for Anchero.
I'm not going to police.
Yalo kwaku. Kwakula inu enye. Kwakula inu nye. Etino. Alliance Drivers Association of Ghana for say. Ne namo montin say. Memene da ebe yetiti cash ntuade aboso wo ha mo bupan edunumu no wa say wa wo je sa ensem no tumu a enye yie because petrol no dodo san kura na yate so ebo na dodo san de yate de afiri so na gina 14 ana aba 13.50 o say 4% pen yate so na mo se yante a ntuade aboso wo ha mo bupan edunumu abra spare parts buo ejina soro abra insurance ejina soro abra import duties eda so ebo de da so jina soro ejino wo mo tete ahyentuade abo so a enye yie wo mo tete ahyentuade abo so enye yie ne na aye yie kina kwaku wo mo se we driver ni na wan ti ahyentuade abo so a approach for nchiro
for how I from you. As I saw for Mumway. They say that many a sailor of 150 as a point for my show. A busy gun about Quasamuda. Now, where's also free? Wait, and so free. As I saw for Mumway, you Mumway, that's the idea. GPS, you maybe one of them. GPS are commuted for years. You will not have a time for the mother for. Now, make a company for the audit to and the sushi more the 2 of the and I'm not to say the GPS to come about with the better for the 2 or more. As I said, as a child, that I need a load. Now, Obakatem said, well, Davani, my lord, to me, Sinipani and Sessica. I am a dear booking fee. And Jessica Kitu of Akatemi. That was for Mulodu, Ekita Urban, or Mukita Bas, or Mulodu from Takoradi to Kumasi. It's almost a lot of friends. GPS to 3%. I ain't a common some who has a coat of fuel. That's a petrol bomb for no more than read about it. A moment to the so 50%. And I'm saying, no more Jews since Mumu cut as a post for my chair, dear. Another Adama for a sampa. Yet, I catch you almost a year to sooner to Sutina. None of them, and more from them, Masutina, no Piasu, but you are 2 Ghana. So, I'm so much here, no more copies of freezing. sanse yenya da for e be ko prison de adwuma to order ma GPRC
Kwakume ya da se na ya fa unsi ase anope why
aja ya ko po shi na to nkwa na pe me we wa wo de esno da ye be se maye sanse sama si ne bi sida so GPRC pa ba ka se ya ti lo first na wa want so police ni mechew hey baby aga na edroni baby aga na edroni ada da wa fo na ase ni ada wa fo na de ye wi ni Ewurade hu yemabo Ewurade hu yemabo ina yakobo kan na mishira why
okay kwaku ya da se pa itiro that was the national PRO for Alliance Drivers Ghana kwaku buate na yene na di nkomo na abrane ochema ba moment na seda yente nkomo na aka no enso enfiri ho me pa chao sign for 24-hour economy we ne to so mame me say we are a serious government what a key policy be air bar 5 months into your administration policy no documentation and you're ready yet. The 24-hour economy and mebunu benya adwuma ye adwuma ba ko nipa miensa na eba be ye we want to keep the economy running. President Mahama enumu asem in opposition enie eti the 24-hour economy ba e bia benya adwuma ni bia ye obia benya adwuma ni bia ye e be boost to eye your economy no ama economy na gina ne nai so. Where is the 24-hour economy 5 months into your administration? Your Excellency President John Dramani Mahama and opay ye bisa say sanya frakadam no aye Ghana fua anka by now anka the policy document of the 24-hour economy no kra no anka mo making available ama parliament ashasia we would do bobo. But what do we see? What do we see? Ya wuna ni da so bia o 24-hour economy also dey banumu. Because yente won komo bia mu ye. After say finance minister come bra se be fia. Wo ko kasa ya wo kasa 24-hour economy no later on wo me de be bam bra se be fie. Be pem nde. Wo ko ye budget statement no March 11th March. Another date da be. Yay. Another date bosome miensa ne yewura mu no. After say wo ko ka budget statement what the 24-hour economy ebe bom no bosome miensa nie enti no aye policy ben krantia ene aye kasai yentimi emfa ne documentation emmaye yentimi emfa ehon kratasam emmaye but me I don't blame aye NDC me blame President Mahama because what the can say 24-hour economy no enya by force what the can candidate that say 24-hour economy no enya by force a voluntary enya force enya force for there you are going to feel reluctant to implement it. I don't know, we've been scammed. President Mahama scam Ghana for and member President Mahama ni NDC achi assign 24-hour economy slogan na what they buy no slogan kekenwa what they buy no ato amanfo tirimuma ye di etire baby abefa bia 24-hour economy wo ya mom ka say ade gentra for kra no wo ba be 24-hour economy wo ho anopa awia ene anadwo yes this go take nyina 24-hour economy and you know 5 months into your administration what is and now what have you done? Where is the documentation? Blueprint in our hefa. Huh? Blueprint in our hefa. Yabakwa amano so ne di nkomo kakra ba na ene aye kasai ene yetime ne eye ye ka de say GPRT fuo atu ankomo no so nya omo a. Oh, okay, all right. And you know, Yera Alfred Kumia Bebio, or a citizen of Ghana. Now, we petition President John Dramani Mahama said, Ebeyanka, sa committee nuan. Was set your probu Chief Justice Nensa Mono. Yen dissolve petition with immediate, yen dissolve a committee with immediate effect. At the end, I will hununtia or Casa Asebro. Many are not paying to come marching.
Many are Mejusu with a match yaw, not Bachia with you food in a
very
down production team. She said, Mamma, me Aquina, said, ne, which minimum at the chinkomo.
Many are the other kind, and Yahoo, a year, petition be a year online. Wadaroma, and you know, swan pano. I idea where I am.
Only ampa, Miana made the petition call and draw us at 4:13 to the presidency. Now, my petition president say, on should share in some Bakunya Nubi on mine now on dissolve committee on one setting under Article 146. So, almost share petitions are about against the Chief Justice. Miana made the petition, no, a call. Say, never be a coso, Kofu, because a piniphobi at the board and as well. Omesia na intimi ma pepe yo anade boni be friend fairness no emba at the end of the matter.
I see. Enti kumi unyina so no pa no eye de we ya.
Onyama me ma simple example na me nka ntem bi wo law kakra and so but out of respect for the office of the president and the seriousness of this constitutional process, and can now in person be going into the specifics. But my money, talk Accra.
Okay.
Wouldn't say, idea in a court and allow me say, almost friend ex party communication. Ex party communication. A court no allow ex-party communication. They say we are judge ni what he has so. Now in perform we are involved, we move bias on your mokasa. In court, as part of their code of conduct, allows you to have an officer of the court who says for individual and you cry through the officer of the court to become an independent witness. Say. In Kumasi, course, any now it does not disgruntle or disfavor anyone. But what I say, it is a co-restaurant baby and a co-baby who say that is poor omoka asem any judge bakwa obua say injunction be any do or say buas also say bua say yenfa petitions no movie nyi nkofo hwehwe no omatna say now, what I say, the Kenya Bonita judges at National Omu, Edidi, and Omu, Yomu, maybe. Now, say, Obi who say, Obia or the petition, Obia, a year, the desire says, our petition now, or they representing the client, a bit go through a man, as soon as our judges want a casano, you wouldn't say, in 3 years. Yes, Anna, the fairness of the process has been diminished, has been tempered with. The process of the process has been tempered with.
I see. And you know,
even paragraph 7 of their code of conduct as judges, said no ex parte communication without the presence of an officer of the court. An officer of the court should be present in order to have such ex parte communications.
I see. I see. And you know, wahunu saafoɔ no ɛwɔ baabi a wɔn te baabi a wɔn ɛbɔ nkɔmɔ na wɔn di nkitahodie.
Onia yɛ see your evidence nyinaa no yɛ pɛsɛ yɛ de mɔ ɔmampani yɛ de ne die no ɛmɔ ɔmampani because we believe say the appropriate thing is to allow the president the opportunity to consider the petition and respond. Then, what is our reason for our restraints and the details of this matter? It's because this is a matter that concerns the highest level of our judiciary, first of all. And it is only right to protect our integrity now of the process to avoid premature commentaries in the public.
Okay.
So, I want to confirm, say yes, me na the petition call. Yes, me na mattress answer no. Yes, there were evidence any niema when that seminar now who and Yemen who ya to be our petition. And we are glad and moving forward, we will come back to the media. Yeah, almost begging and so almost deny ye. We say we are lawyer now who denies who be say. Were you at the restaurant at that time? At that time, were you at the restaurant? Yes or no? A simple question.
Okay.
A simple question.
I see. But Ususu said President Mahama ebe treaty mo petition, you know, with urgency a deserve.
Yes, yeah, I believe so. We have to say about the president the benefit of doubt. We don't want to premature anything. We are giving the president the benefit of doubt too. Yeah.
Because
so that it does not become.
Kumi adukuninti America say say ye nyina anim say President Mahama has suspended Chief Justice no MP for Old Tafo Pankro no Honorable Vincent Ekwesifia e de ensa ko dan Supreme Court under normal circumstances no ke say President Mahama etwen Emma Supreme Court determine case ni wie ansana or anamon bia wetu but okwifa court ne so ebu court na nimtia ekoso eye de opese oyo na waye we awie no petition yi we take it serious there.
These are allegations against Nkofo omo petitions omo the bar Supreme Court into one find it serious and then you need a lawyer so we know the next line of action.
Very well. Miriama, yanasi no paper for your boldness. And there I can say with the petition of President John Dramani Mahama. I was CJ removal issues in all. Yamen cow now in Shroud.
Yeah, amen. Let's make that was the same woman. Akwenya mo twetwenko mo nyame nhwa mo na nyame koso a nye won to make us here.
Very well. Yeah, that's a pa. Etino Alfred Kumi abebio adenta Kumi ena yenene din komo no. One petition na President John Mahama say ebe pa anka on dissolve committee do a wo mo probu Chief Justice petitions no. Esan say wo mo represent petitioners ni bi no. We hunu so mo te restaurant bi wo mo ehwia bomu na mramu nso no saade no yanso so saade no be koso a esese yenya ye ka ne say judge ana court representative wo beba sa nkrofo no entamo se nkomo bi sa koso a se yenya obi obe represent court do a wo be wo sa ehonu abi na watie nkomo kro sa nkrofo no edi enso no restaurant woro where hunu court rep bia wo hontino ogina so e de petition na President John Mahama say on dissolve sa committee ne san say committee no se bia buru se bia kodonto ne wo mo no mana ma otuo ni nyina no enye de ede sunsanso papa e be free ye can say enhye o ma hye no mu enso ede aba ye be kwani akwakofa kwa nkrata no emu ensem tew na ye ti no free owia na fe yaba but me say 24-hour economy issue no o de me de be say fridge mu nyame adom o chena me ba beto aso makas ma beto aso because ye twin Ghana for adwens so say 24-hour economy no a wo mo kan scam. Yes, scam. Scam and okọ BBC no presenter no expose you the big time. Some 8 minutes gone past 8. I want to me 101.3 Western in the morning. Jumadi su eni live on Western Diamond Television. Kwaka tamo boswo emre no aso we de tew pa na fe yentimi empem enku ani mo chemaba ASN the radio PRO ena abna sewa bedi ampon womo atena se busuafo oboko de
oh nyame adom numero 1 presenter in the morning
oh de oh
hope so ho ye
oh nyame adom ho ye
numero 1
me ho ye pa na me say enkurofu yi so am say wo mu nyai propaganda na ya to aba ma mukura tumi no kura no mo da so ya propaganda
yes
mo nyai ya nso we will keep on exposing you and one no
okay
yeah.
So because of my hope that is arishemu na say nipa no hope no so tia which means eswati kakra brof kasa so bibi so tia e ka say I less and say o ma hope that's hope number mu a na eswati then it means the person is hopeless but okay we no tia say we say e be a penny be hopeless but say o ma me o so be ma hope Let's open up him. Let's swat there. Then he's hopeless person. And then I say, "Be money. I say, come on, who atem? And I attend the hopeless. If you are, you
say, one say, say, you know, a young woman problem with English, like a crap. Yes, because I saw Sunday which room,
if your use is full, then it means you are useful.
Yeah.
But if your use is less, you are useless.
Yeah.
And the one say, brofo, me sabe, me printing press, and I mean, you be a dictionary. Me bruni, sabe bruni, no, no, be years, no, say, and canisa. It is a mess me can be actually. If your use is full, you are useful. But if your use diminishes, you are useless.
Yeah. That is it.
Oh, I'm not transfer.
One say, Adia, ya one cassa woman, no. What do you want a year woman? Now, what you won't a Sam George? One a Ghana for no a yin samano, our social media. South one who offer, they are very good in criticizing people, but almost pay criticism. NDC4, that's who they are. And as a whole minister of state, now Obi be cancel social media. What about the dinner time? Obi to me cancel. No, I can't say, oh, mommy, jadi ho. Hey, 2028 is just around the corner.
Yeah,
2028 is just around the corner.
I hope Brazil no money pay 2 million. And no money 2 million. Akaka be some near hand time.
Now, a program. Be I say I was watching the Yera Sam George. I walk on a bit to send you tea. Kunkuntain, send you tea.
No, no, demo. Ghana Sikani, the Tomanana. Some legs also know what demo know the Akaka be some. Over $250,000. Any car with demo no. But that's what I say on one bottom is kind of a
toy.
Now, how Uber take you over a ministry 3 to 4 months. Now, car with them near. Then, say, any one more, I was here one, I'm looking come I want children, I did, the other chest on this for any as an MP. So, walk out, yeah. And under normal circumstances, the ministry no crown air talk mawa. Obagaso no. Yen yusu, mami yusu me media. Na me fanya adwuma. E o ma adwuma ne yen. That is it. Don't also dogana. E che obia. E che no e ba ne sen. Ka wo dem, wo ka no dem.
Yen hunti as my.
Me hu yo. Watch a president.
I got go to family.
What the fam ho. Number plate kura mo ho.
Ai.
E che watomra. Ta ono ka no de namwa. Number plate mo ho no watomra. Approach for share no chere no.
Oh, Ghana approach for mo share.
Watomra.
Director.
Approach for share no mo chere no. Wa mo cheka no. No mo arrest ni pa no tika no mo no. Because Ghana has a president. Ana ka wo use no. Number plate mo ho a coat of arms. When here the FM ho. Apart from that no be any wo. And we are minister. Na ka wo use Adi yo ma adwuma no na plate mo ho na de ne nam a wo sa minister de nyodi Ghana mbra na wo mo eche wo mo ana say de what is this
yeah like we minister kra wo we hwan no bia we hwan ni pasa 1992 constitution as ya
France for president kra Emmanuel Macron na one tricycle so anko adwuma
ai
na wo no out bi mu ha e bibre mu ha wo se sika ni ha wo koye massive capital intensive infrastructure worker odo sato sayam ekoba besia obi a ono ti cycle so kwa adwuma ekuro wo nipa no bibini no wo adwen no de ne wo ti
okay
ya ko so gu adwen mu ana
e be kerosi because you see
where so bi no wa ti ase what is this
dia and pena me kenkai eyibi me re hoye you see e bibire mu amama ebinom emprempre mu ebinom titru Ghana Yeni abre Ibrahim Traore papa. Was going to be India. And now security analyst been an OS and Shimono. I'm saying, is a branch na. So Jenia, I say, go to Abinugu, our Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore, and the Oyam and Pinono. Because of the massive development, what you are mine no other dear, and a show my mano. A Bibra Mama maybe Breno, and it's true. Che, what they call Burkina Faso, Sabi, Fachamu, and ye Biano, and they crochet. A plant in your yo. Ibrahim Traore, yo. I might be mama maybe to say Ghana in Ibreno, and it's a fact. man ne ka say no a wo one TV station me hwendi mtendi me so me charge kakra no man ne ho abatan but akwa say mabeni ma person no for no kakra as the pan-africanism no ya beni mu bi no de no owa abano agie de ni trim na gigabyte
ya de ka ta onya propaganda de ya yanso e ba be expose na Tena social media, I see that thing was cooked from the presidency. I am telling you. So free presidency, and by now, communication where what 78 billion Ghana citizens say, what you communicating some Ediama Ghana for presidency. And by now, under any serious jurisdiction, so I didn't know I want to go social media as I meant to boa for mono. And can say presidency issue a statement. Yes, because Omo na bi no ense na nyewe yo what is ati ade bo ne so no wo bana wo kura sika no ayate so no wo ka so wonya kwa no be fa so wo no be nu yes it's true na president this wodi ye issue hwe eno ase ati odi ni ye hwe e de ntia e favor aban no te so no sa na ne ma favor president Mahama ebetimi ati bibi so a anka brodo ne dokoro ne ho abo ko atete so anka cement bo Jata cement no say odwani ni ade akwa teso enso jata cement ente so ye entire dia na be ba mo be kuku bibi from the presidency na dia be to social media na mo nyina ma yi mani na onya government appointees bi muti bon kosofo bi mu a sebe mbrabiasa wo ma so ma so ade ama na for ma dwemu eso so sa ensemhuru ne so say atete cement bo so e wo Ghana ha wo ko fom ho a cement bo na e koso Kosoro. Onkoso de propaganda. O me etimu no. Yanku animu e. Gata na ba.
Yo me shase.
Mo monitor o ma me.
Yo wo fe be monitor to yenchi ahwefo na ye mo makwa ba efamra ene benada dwumedi eso. Me shase edi e free the new trust ko wakrata no emu. Na new trust ni wo sha NDC communicator ne foni ene de nu hase. And your day chief of staff here Julius Debra for Yabe Bataho. And was so woman NDC for woman a crado. So boy Julius Debra said 2028 for Trinity. So ba abe pre-presidency need your ebe buona pa. Ebe buona maybe says when Wababe test what is a shana say a day.
Yo. Chekai.
Go better so what is
yanka.
One as a power and more pro
yanka.
Moba bets now akonye so. Abosumi no mukra man afei mo dwen nipa fofra mo de ne beba na chasa mo no mo interest nkwa na mo dwen ho enya Ghana for de ye boa enti enfoni eda ko wakrate ne ene anopai e wo ha sei na wo hye ko wakrate ye nim hanso biemu a ene ye yewura koka ene ode no ho kwaku apia eno no ene waka kire NDP amanyo ko ne chita afo so bia so na no kasa yiye papa since 2028 of MPP for co-premise we are nipa delegates ebe pound no e wo premise no no se nipa corona no bia so de na chita beta ni chi no ma co-pre 2028 akonwa na nipa nya nipa mienu ene ye de wo mu ekro nti obi akasa won kasa yie na wo mu co-premise ni wie na favor wo candidate ene ye wontu wani menwu ase eno so e wo ko wakrate ni ene anope ya ene the new trust ebu mu amane na yera jinapo ni foni da energy minister ene wakase na sabofa na nsen ya enyinam nkane akakra no wobeka wasam edru bebi kra wakasa ase ne wonsun ene minority ka kire say hey wo da opposition na adwenkese pa na da utirim ene enwema hodo suggestions a wodi ba ye na nyasem kuma enti ene woba hwe na dum so na eba no so ano na jai se wo complain no ene woba be yi na wo se office energy sector no na nyaje wo no wo complain energy minister ene wo kasa asem Ghana Meteor Agency for catch Ghana for say obia hye tapo mu nsuo wo pia pa umbrella na pa raincoat fako sense nsuo ne de be topa be to yie na wo hye ne bibia wo tene so nya bo mo de asa obepa plan B ebiri bi atwemu ye rekobno cheda ku mensa kan yes wankasa yie pe plan B sense wo tena ho no mo nsuo ne bekum ada no nsuo ye to won kran wo fa nipa nan e na ekum wo mo enya asem kuma the new trust
Anope Ghanaian Times, the Bokrata, the most authoritative newspaper. Ano na etwa sway na baby abena wie na wana medi France ye. Ye se nipa nan na ahwere mo nkwana afie bebro empem miensa na eno so nsuo ye eto ye na no kwasi ade yi. Endi do ahwere ba kumpo enkran. na me say aban bia di mu for aban bia edi mu for eba no suyire mu a na mmom no wo de ba ya amanyo sem no wo na wo niti no kwasem pa na maka no osika say ewie menya konya atra osho no so ho no adaroma nkomo we medi bi pa esuyire statistically from 1935 to 2023 yes over 3,000 Ghanaians and out of esuyire and then they see on the 3rd of June or so the men ensure you won cry ensure ne fuel kabo mo japa ye wo Gulf filling station won cry no and this is June 3rd. From that time up to now Oscar anomontoba year 2 okay they say we maintenance ntino oda ma medin komo na yes efie babro empemiensa na aye affected na asenso a nsuo atwa form so de enya agoro yerura eye atofo symphony da wo chem se ende hwehwe amama ahodo titire bibire mama ya yesika no asidi no na ende yi ejina brane ebo adwuma pa sesebe tutu nimpa no na tewufo so na di ya wo se bosumi bia no 200 educational support fund ana personnel ana mufiri o manyim nso no yenya wo mu eye nsianemu hadwen pa ambo atewufo ene wo mu a aya na educational fund no ede ebo wo mu embo wo mu kra na pay the Ghanaian Times dia wode abaniye
ene na metwa so ade a free ene the Chronicle ko wakrata no emu na Chronicle ene sidi wansam wa ena eka na anopi yera to forsen say yes a committee and as a board gold board no ya sanso constitute another committee committee upon committees na dwumedi na se ena yera ato forsen finance minister wakasa say President John Dramani Mahama ni gold board no ene game changer wo wose aboa pa ama gold ayetoto ni ade chinya de sei ne mu ntokwa mentimi ho ase no ni nan eto etwa na gold board ni ebe boa pa ma Ghana yesidi netumi agina ne gina brane Chronicle nim ene we nso eda minority fo kasa no mo se dum so no e slow down economy enso aban se dum so ma yenso yan ye wo famia nim se dum so aba Chronicle nim ene nano pe we nso eda na former chief justice anami kan say the suspended chief justice okay the suspended chief justice ma me get to the roboto kono any 49 other judges and ye kire mu say rent allowance bia wo mu receive ye na nkeni se wo mu sakan eye error enti wo mu sakan no mo san arefande e de akọ o ma yade we ya mama papa Chronicle nim ena nano pe we ewo na we hem de o kire ma yem de papa wo fa bele fo no bele fo na hye wo mu adwuma si o aha wo blue water guards that's your name blue water guards fo no wo ma hye wo mu adwuma si na wo mu adwuma wo mu ye nyina ne se wo fa wo mu gina nsuo na no na wo ba yesi me ye kakra na ko hono no na waje sa wo mo je bribe oh so we nya di se nya ye Ghana fo ye se na ya ban ya ba so ma me kakra na ko hono nsuo no
really
sa no me ye no
Ejino Pristi Abogoso MC MP caution blue water guards against extortion.
Inti mame kakra bi na ko hu nsuo no. Nyam na me beti nsuo nani. Mame kakra na ko. Inti wono no anu ho za anoma kokone no. Wo fa wo gina wo ko nsuo ne eja wo ko hu no a. Ne wa baby tifia baby bisa so hwan na yeye.
Ejino obisa no ama no a onkasa no afafo.
Na wa record.
Bra behwe. Akwa bi no abeti asi nsuo nani o ho no.
Na ya be fa.
Na ya be fa de. O ma ne de ani obehwe amu ahu
nsuo. Oh, hono no. Hono no kra na ko. Na nsuo ni nyama me dia.
Bahama is the whole.
Enti wo mo bra wo mo ba no bele fo mo be ye careful e we bebi amo wo no. Ena Pristi Abogoso MC any MP. Wo ka kire wo mo say hey, mo bele fo no mo di beni. Mo anya ya ade am de ba yie mo no. Enya mo fe. Chronicle
Oscar mo was a mo kamisre ba me den mesre na mo abras mo kan na asama mekusi asemi so say the entire me local radio station no say abne de wa chiri mo no o say over no Oscar so hono no esa no mo kan
koko hono no
say extortion e bo koko say don't extort o say over there ba koko hono no
so o jiskara no amo akoko hono no
na so wo jisika na wo adentina wo
jisika bele ni jina wo jina say wo bonsuo no ho ba etini scan na wa gino wanya bi amano a wa ma wo ko hono nsuo no wonya bi ma no pa so ko hono nsuo no ko be
January no bia o bi se na otini fie o kaso a oti se ma ni kikemo dem wo say sister be the blogger to no me dey afa ne baby na you know two boss no into look no now you know you say pino na me kwa kaso me bi ato the way ade ke kakwa the body mu no yes sir say ice block no mu do tumo nim no mu de yes ade na etumi odi kan de Takoradi nunu baby now they no so boss no I say pino na two boss me call a year kaso me bi ato
okay yanko
the daily searchlight Democrat am say me de be wi no so na ebreninti na women's group bi and one of catch mampani says wo ya ade said won dwunu mienu mampani wo ya ade dwunu mienu na e de na wo chief justice na person suspend no you almost say think deeply before you act. Women's group to mampani and one kasa de training na minority and one so one mo edwalai na no yewra so ma do MP Frank anodon pre na no demu pa say kasa bebrebe gina po no na wo parliament aso abra no opposition ranking member on energy e de no wanka and dem otumi a kasa ne ya doso ja kasa hunu no enough is enough na ye adwuma na fix dum so na hia and na the senate for us o maje daily satellite aboso bibia senate nti anopai median besia na abena wo ba ko bia na edewie
ni amenso mediba so no aye daily guide ko wakrata no Ghana's favorite newspaper yera to forsen and a wobo gold board for abaso se wo na aboma cd no etumi ya stabilize eno so edeni wase ye ne committee ya set committee government omofoni eda ha sei na former vice president His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia once again was signed up a chow was said the new patriotic party manual 2024 mo kwa abatwa wo edi ntwo no grassroots was so when we say besin na wo fe bi no wo recover from the defeat because some show policies na ba ni de egu akwema wo ba obetumi e de abo Ghana mebunu na yentumi ani kunu me ye ya pa nti was sign up a wo ma chow sa mo fan che na 2028 de kian ya besin ya ba any minority say hey Jinapo keep quiet national light no emra wo kasa kra dodo adenta nipa miensa na wu ye nsu na yiri ye no the daily guide and the eba ye yes say former president na sam na bribi wo kan ye no was say abanboni etiso nsu yiri fa manfo na what was the statement
or say aban no a otiso no ewia Ghana fo what sanitation ministry budget bi ebeba bia no adwuma se so omde ye no won fa nye na wahwe amagates no mu achuoku ntinso to a na aziri no ba ministry no obe scrap no de akwose local government ase na won betete gatemu ama ensuo enyiri won kran biem president Mahama eduma simni
gatemu na wotimu a ebe me ensuo yiri won kran nkranya gatasem
the first half ni bia ne anakwata
the first half say we chakwata
yes the first half enie
6 months
na se nipa miensa ewu because of flood na opesa o kire sen
ba ensuo no hwe ade no yo enkra no akasa nsi ano akwete se a death trap ensuo to kakra bi a 30 minutes ensuo etoye no hwe havoc ade na areke wo nipa chese ene enyan eti no 5 months nie waba o say all the ministry no ekoshe local government ase ya so a minister ni in e de na waye e de afa eye saa wo hawo no eho e de na waye de afa ho e wie obe address saa say
me de honkomo pa
all right nti na wie e be hwe wanim na o de saa nkomo ni nyina nso aba
se me no me hwe wo fie nti o so kofia na akwahwe me
ya me kohwe wo fie why all right wo de asi
wo fa ya pon
all right ye da ase ebusia ya na ochema ba ne eye abna se wa mani ampon so hwe obreru a some 29 minutes gone past 8 baby adu no ya ne Chris Labibu aten etwa eye enkomo twetwe no so for WhatsApp and a text ebra 0248071174 tiewe mame meba
do maybe work. Problem there, better call Jesus. I'm only big man, no the ball on me. I watch your face, I seen the hope and it dawned on me. Everything could have been lovely, but I'm just another guy, I'm just another guy. Obsessed to my morals, concerned to my liberty. Options overflow, I'm not gonna lie, there's a change in my energy. Praying I never go down, if I step down toes my apologies. Everything could have been lovely, but I'm just another guy, just another guy. If I could, you wouldn't tell me to sacrifice it all. But I'm just another guy, just another guy. If I could, you wouldn't tell me to sacrifice it all. Problem there, better call Jesus. I'm only big man, no the ball on me. I watch your face, I seen the hope and it dawned on me. Everything could have been lovely, but I'm just another guy, I'm just another guy. Obsessed to my morals, concerned to my liberty. Options overflow, I'm not gonna lie, there's a change in my energy. Praying I never go down, if I step down toes my apologies. Everything could have been
Akwaka bachumo wo here ya fo delacha akechumo wo here anuyan fen Akwaka bachumo wo here ya fo kelacha akechumo wo here anuyan fen. Them say me no fit jump. Right, Abusia, some 31 minutes gone past 8. Adope Chris Labi Buate, incoming Western Regional First Vice Chairman, Second Vice Chairman. Ado. Chris Kakuma to ya bibia be kama. Ensura chire kura. Ensura chire kura.
Na no pay. Why you in crying?
Marin cry.
Na the way I walk to you no chance what in cry. Why are they mo? Because they do the critical nature of you na me hwe say we betimi abobbo words no paper piano. Watch say we God dang me no paper.
That's right. Etientia God dang be fu nyira.
Inyemi me God dang be li. Motuno inganya ne inganya de ka motuno ni chumi o wa ka God dang be la je ni chumi osisione.
That's right.
Ne Rex Amanziba Kajelege Nat Brew Ela Ekeo ameba chumo wo hie yafo ke lacha ni akechu wo hie anunya fe ne befolio meba ka amana aba ye buawo na ke machu wo wa hem lacha mamo pe aba ne ababa chu wa hem anunya mo lo motuno inganya ni nganya deka oyele me bubeko na keo achia emuye esia bebo nyina. Good morning to everybody.
Thank you. Chris Labi Buate, incoming Western Regional Second Vice Chairman. Chris bibia eboko de
yamiadum
ya nyamia sepa party no musu ti say
yamiadum.
Nice one.
Bibia ya kama.
Nice one. The edikai dumso no baby awo no ebi ba ho de
me pacha no pe membri mikro because me obi a me nje football ho ba enti da Inter Milan ne Barcelona ebo second leg no na eja oheni wa makoji mi DSTV na minim se bebetra me hall in the comfort of my living room.
That's right.
Na ma share me DSTV, na ma share me Inter Milan because me a student of English intino. Ya born me sha me di meni na ehwe. And na me de maso etie commentators no. What as a profundo the way I always express it. Well, say o the commentators no commentary no cap born a wo hwe no a. E ma unya atinka bi say o hwe ade papa bi.
That's right.
We friend you know share na no ball prayer starting match na for. Next wafa next say me fifi jai. Oh. Na me ba anaji na me behwe ball in fact me buy na say first 25 minutes there yabo na wo kote edom no musa na eya wontie say de nti no wontie nya commentator no ide okay no enti no dum so ne de it is having a telling effect on yen nyina ene nya ye de light media maka media e bia obi be say bia me maka no on the lighter side of but we hwe na obi so because I didn't answer me ko barber shop say me kwa ko yimiti what I say me e ya me yimiti okuru okay me fifia be yimiti okuru wo fa be do okuru ma ya light off you know transportation that me try nyina no ayekwa you understand but me put the meeting dey asha me ho na nia ono so o depending on barbering odididi ni so because me buy no lay na me was na barbers wo ho seamstresses wo ho hairdressers wo ho omu nyina ye do mo light into that day no they went home zilch omanye adwuma you understand na and as I met say energy minister no kika bibi say aka 2.6 days na you were fuel for just 2.6 days and now can be say you were 2.6 days bisa or not how did he calculate the 0.6 days no
we dey my fan say bia 2 days 6 hours that na me fan
okay oh now fan sir but you should come and explain the meaning of 2.6 days because I don't know can mean say it me calculate nya 2.6 days you understand now sometimes no jena e ya ode kasa no me wo video bia onane nkrofo akwotena Accra FM now omo bonechi say the guy is so arrogant sir Mugabe program no
yes
what I say me wo video da ono ani NDC boys na kwotena e no so abonechi say oye too arrogant oye very hot say broadcast say we hot ya ahomaso fubi when okasa asiso che no bi asiso okasa woni hwini mi bi wo so obi ani hwini ball no
that's right
oya ahomaso no okasa asiso nchira ho bi no okasa ni hwini that's the nature of that guy what I say eso and then I say MPP abaye betwe mutimi manage energy sector no say yes e be market MPP abaye e ka be ma 92/100 and what do you know about a press conference what do you know about press release what buy just 5 months who calculate 2.6 days amaye what I say who calculate 2.6 days amaye it you know President Mahama you say what the synonym for woody no dumso but we are telling you say Areshemu Ghana for the show because when you were doing your rounds what to make Ghanaians understand is say anu akwa continue fie ahwede ama say anu wasesa but it seems as if in some now the reason for which Ghana for hwe to aban ma wo no wo ba ya you are doing the very opposite of nya wo kan no wo kan say wasesa Ghana for wasesa na say kire say first time now wo ba ya no wo de dum so na ba ya this time no it is going to be the opposite this time no we are going to have uninterrupted energy in Yuma and so by it seems as if it is the same old story dadanwa you know on tenacity na the resetting no ye bibia wo
okay last year I think last week mu ho no energy minister call parliament ko shia committee amohwe nyina monkane ane ahoden so no wie no o address ye president what they ensem bi tudwa Chris utie minister ne nsem what they tudwa ni nyina no a eche opefe say there is a looming power crisis a day ni mu a eba ba ni nyina achi no ewie no minister ne say mo bia nsuru dumso bia ni ho a eba ne di kai o say ye de eye car powership ka over $400 million and all that chain IPPs ahodo no nso ne de omka $1.2 billion afei so fuel aka ye be power ye plant na mana generate kanea no 2.6 days enti ye hia 1 billion Ghana cedi e de ato ye fuel ne ya be power o ka say ansem we nyina wie no o de tuato so mo bia nsuru dum so bia ni ba bia eba but you and I know say ade ne de ejina mu dendenden obae oka we experience nyaye baby out here me nso me ho da bia da ye du kanea
as if say Oma hwehwe mu say ho na mete. Na de bia no yam bete wontimi bom echinti no. They will show me where power lies. What I say?
Yes.
And I mean you be a sweaty pa. It is a drone that you know some light off no say na offer. It's terrible.
Yeah.
What I say? Na John Jinapo, and then I say ya no. You were always on the former government, Konso say. Omo publish Doomsday timetable.
Yeah.
Pia, omo publish Doomsday timetable. And then aba. And then aba. It's no. Wakeka nsam no. Like you said, no.
Yeah.
Wafa Okoshia Energy Committee in Parliament, we are the press conference. He painted a very bleak picture, say, in future, no, as far as the energy sector near concerned, no, a very bleak.
Yeah.
Mehu NDC member of Parliament for Yilo Krobo. Mehu NDC member of Parliament for one constituency, a war voter registration.
Yes.
Omo the way I do so, affect Omo.
Yeah.
Constituency, no. In fact, Yilo Krobo, MP Numpodie. Now or Kase, it is becoming very difficult. Say do weekend poor or be
constituency
because odo ya na ya de dumso issues ya de tano. You understand? Now, sa ekana okobo boy no. Obakaya na say ya so President John Mahama. Eddie blame be Emma former government.
Yes.
Say omo running energy sector no. Basa.
I'm a kapa.
Aba.
Yeah.
You see, sometimes these people must understand. They say, "You say, Oma bedi Oma yisuda." What does it? Yeah. It is simply a deja vu. As 2016, 15, 14, 13. No, John Mahama was the president of Ghana.
Yeah.
Jinabawe, Satano, a deputy energy minister. Anamebwa. Omufi abeimono. Energy sector honum.
Over, I think, $5.2 billion.
Yeah. They should not create the impression as if, say, this is the first time Omoba Abaimu. They are starting on a clean sheet. We know their records. George Napo, you were deputy energy minister before.
Yeah.
I'm saying, I'm about now, and I say, Kwabna Donko. Ma pressure into Kwabna Donko or resign. You understand? Pressure into the Kwabna resign here. Impression should not be created as if say we don't know their records. What I say? Now who know what baby do or minus 4 years that? If I Joma put there because or survey the latter part of Atamos
the
terminal in the Kawa or no ponosa more than 4 years.
Yeah. How
did you leave the energy sector? It's in a work car. Now what can work on Magana Fati as you say? What be deal minus soda? Now we will fear baby. This is how you love the energy sector. And Awakwaba, how did you come to meet it? Was it a bit better than you left it in 2017 January?
Yeah.
Then we are making progress. Now what the assembly just to incite the general public against the former government.
Yeah.
But what I say, the benefit of social media, you can't hide the truth though. Because it is just a matter of Googling. Open your information in you understand? In 2013, 14, 15, who was George Napo in this country?
Deputy Energy Minister.
He was Deputy Energy Minister. Energy Minister bill. So Ono, he was in that acting capacity.
That is it.
How did he leave the sector? What I say? It's and as a now all to know. Ghana for you see, in any case, no, Ghana for to Obama NDC not to come and explain problems. Problems, so Ghana for the problems now. What I say?
Yeah.
And I believe says our problems are now move for MP before to me solve. Let me talk to a better MP before now.
Yes.
And we have not voted for you to come and lament to. You say, come and solve the problems.
Yeah.
There is no lamentation. Lamentation, you know. What I say? We voted for you to come and solve problems, not to come and lament. Because problems in the say, oh, in any case, you know, what I say, we are emotional campaign or may you a count and a gun for a share with the two about mamma.
Yeah.
What I say, may that one news with Vinamity Hanum Namiti, and now 24 hours day economy Nankasa Friday. mo Frimpong say and mo de mo be boss. What I say? Now you are talking of a 24-hour economy. You cannot even manage the energy sector. Now in human now mo say mo 24 hours no. And your energy don't be you. Energy. It no me dey no pay me how no catch e mebu no money dance at 24 hours no so no say. For as long as the energy sector continues to remain erratic as it is no. They should forget about any 24 hours. Yeah. Because you need the energy. Say a factory be now. You need the energy to be on. Constant. Energy sector no manage. Forget about any 24 hours. Then. It is not going to work. Yeah. What I say, somebody they just said it with a view to getting the votes from Ghanaians. And they have succeeded in doing that. And a brony friend hoodwink. Yeah, hoodwink amount for no. Ya dada amount for ya cancer match amount for no dada omo. 2 weeks ago me better hand catch you say Baron de Montesquieu on propounded the theory of separation of powers.
That's right.
Not a French political philosopher. Not a serious politician. And now we call political campaign bi. Now we call campaign. Oko jina simple so no. Obiena so ono oye very eloquent na no ate onim kasa nti okasa ye hye amanfo no nkura di ebobi hye amanfo no se ye ba ye beze nti no the way na amanfo no so jitu mu na no bubu fa so no omo wi na omo go say politician there oba ufi a ompa waduane o ni o hear this I will vote for you. That is okay. Yeah. Nti no omo ko campaign ba ya no omo ko campaign office. Na amanfo no so makọ kasa ma amanfo no buji sunti no eja mpanyifo ye hwe champagne ani ana amanfo go say Baron de Montesquieu no wakọ take on abi ko say utafo na campaign ye ko wusu po na kasa ma amanfo no bubu fa so sa ade ja wura ho no say wafa me na mi ja ho na make cancer mpo no ensem na me ka no na me mi ngendi ete na reho say amanfo no etimi gi nsem di ya o bubu fa so because me nim say the promises we made, you know, your platforms, the promises we made were simply not doable. And you know, meaning say the way omubu fast, you know, they will vote for us, and very soon we will come to power and disappoint them.
That is it.
Until I reward media, no, I reward media for the future. That is because meaning say sooner than later, no. And these people are going to hold us to the promises we made.
That is it.
It's a and then catch there John Mahama in the NDC for say like Baron de Montesquieu no in seminar omo catch there Ghana for especially the 24-hour economy na munim very well say about managing the energy sector now you are the worst government in the history of this country no. Mutimi share 24-hour ebo e mebu no pi na no apart from so almost 2 abanama NDC we no so minia they protected the ballot.
Yeah.
Who saw the videos?
Oh yes.
What I say? Yeah. Yes. One who born dog now obi a shebe boss say o bodo baba me djuma aye. What I say? Obema me djuma aye. Na say ye to aba. Identity say me to aba ni we have the protected ballot so that the person can come and get me the job. Then the real feels that these people have been in government before, they weren't able to manage the energy sector. Yeah. And that honor. It's a bit meaning say 24 hours in a day at Tonsium. In fact, today the NDC is seriously shying away from almost 24-hour promise. Yeah. Because they are an incompetent government that cannot even manage the energy sector. That's what we are seeing.
Yeah. Yankee amount for arguing to say former country director Edma World Bank. Pierre Frank Laporte.
I say, Simon, Nasembia Okaye, 2017-18 honum. I say, the questionable power purchasing agreements are NDC those times, preceding 2017. A very serious contributory factor, the reason for which our former government, echo IMF.
That is it.
That was what that former IMF country director or say questionable power deals. Mahama ni na buy omuyeye. Ena. As I say, new government there buy no. IMF. And you simply cannot blame anybody. Crisis are facing with energy sector you can put about 75 to 80% of the blame on the NDC.
It's true.
Not qualms about it.
Yeah.
What I say, but politics na yeah. It's propaganda, no, and then all the time, no, they will want to arouse the emotions of Ghanaians and incite them against the former government. But yeah, no, kind. Crisis now in energy sector, about 80% was created by the NDC.
Yeah, and recently, I say a car the IPPs now hit $2.5 billion.
Yeah,
maybe I Ghana generate me.
Sir, you see, the question is. And Crofona Omo Abemu no. A boy almost share Ghana for no. A boy susu. Somebody and last week you Kasaya or blame me for my government of mismanaging the energy sector. So Kasaya Yemen up to 2026.
Yes.
Now bet your bill, or bet your subject.
Yeah.
Into the channel. But media meaning say John Kasano.
Same old John.
The same media meaning say John Kasano. What I say?
John Fufrobia.
Dadanwa. You understand? I say Yemen up to 2026.
Yeah.
Obe Tiasa Kanina. What I say? Now, Sebio consider better in film Danajo.
That's right.
What I say? You left a similar debt in 2017. Now,
yeah.
No people are manage ya. What's I about? What's I about saying Bofofro? Knowing say you are the same old John. Minya. Impanyinfo say wuti pumpuma wobidi ebi na ekobi nkwan. You understand? Ebi na ekobi nkwan. It is the same old John. Coincidentally, so no the energy minister and so John. Until the two Johns they have been in this position before. And we know how they left the sector, no? We know how they left the sector. It's the end it is just the normal political propaganda na ombeja hosako.
But na M1 say committee no minim say wo mu bisa later on dia containers no no abeka asa yera no wa mo ho nkomo ankyere bia biem.
And I am promising Ghana for say mesre omo. It is early days yet, but mesre omo say sa ECG containers na ayera no Ghana ni bia fantu netiko. Early days yet, but Ghana did to going into the 2028 elections. And it's say early days yet. No. We will continue to remind Ghana for say, wana over here, we press release now can say some number of containers belonging to ECG. Ajirawo port. Ghana so yenim say one of the areas are seriously protected security wise. Port.
That is it.
And a containers you said do enye bibia obetibia fashion pen and drive bia obetibia shock bottom out the containers o make a 40-feet containers and you need trucks to haul them away. It's about saying and these numbers it may hear our ports are and then you are silent on it. Ghanaians will want to know the truth. Until I'm saying Ghana for Fanto Metiko, though early days yet, going into the 2028 elections, Ghana for Fanto Metiko, because we will have to go to the conclusion of this AE. You understand? Because we cannot continue to be in a country like this. Say, ports are you protecting home CCTV cameras, so all manner of security apparatus are you protecting places. Now 40-feet containers. It may just like that. You understand? Me share program B was City FM and City TV. Time on mobile pamos on more economic dialogue. I'm going to invite MPP for. And let me say, Pamocho. Mona must say the former government criminally managed the economy. Until Munkoya, these criminals will not want to be part of any economic dialogue because we must say we criminally manage the economy. Nipana Okasana or say Ghana for the Munyabutre. Some put say we criminally manage the economy and left until we left the economy there. Put we are economy Nankasa. Until after 2027 there will be no economy to run again.
I see.
There will be no economy to run again.
Because my name was energy minister. Well, now because woman be very topical
issue. Yes.
It's not a
if the national security poor, yes, starting with say because they were responsible. Now when in BB, you see, this attorney general, Attorney General, Mum yɛhwɛ ne yie. Na sɛ John Mahama ɔpɛ ɔman yi yia. Saa attorney general we. Saa attorney general we. Ɛsɛ sɛ oyi ne di. Do you know why? Between that period now, almost crass, ECG crass, and Yamana Bayano. Edu Jitama Colony, Dominica Inia, or your attorney general. Omana no ye ECG lawyers. What does it? Most of the former government is very intolerant. Now government didn't pass ECG. A buying Ejumano. Now the lawyers, Edu Jitama Colony, Eddie Dominica Ini. When him say, Dominica Ini company, and a crass, Yamana Bay. Oh, really? Yes. Company na a class are containers no any munya man buy. And Dominica in the company. I see. You understand? Yes. It no. Sir Omo who say almost say Omo be thorough investigations are. Baby go wie wono. Yeah. Air time. Eni nyane. What I say? It no. Yakadie but woman inside house. We will come one day and then get to the bottom of some containers now. Yeah. We will have to get where those containers have been. It cannot be business as usual. Yeah. Wafa, because our cost ECG is so much millions of dollars. Yeah. And you know, for second for Nima, company na a crass had the man buying. A Dominica company. Now, who say almost say almost be fifi funu ni asia. Obehun sama inti no edu bebe no mujaye edu bebe no mujaye. You understand? But one day very soon a new government will come and you be forensic auditing and they get to the bottom of this issue.
Very well. And you know, Chris Labibuate, a member of the NPP regional communications team, and Waten in Karo, some 57 minutes gone past the hour 8. Wuntumi 101.3 Western Diamond Television. Western in the morning, Jubedi, so ena imprimpri uwe. JPRT for announced 15% reduction in transport fares effective May 25. And rather, so any on social media, Chris Minusa Uhunubia. Yes, ya tete cement so drastically from 130 Ghana cedis to 82 cedis. And you know, yan to your friend President Mahama. And the 4 months so say cedi no and enya huadeno. Woman ya reshemu se aben betimi sustain cedi na huadi ntino. Enya ade omo ne ma bo no. Womo etete so.
My main suspended GPRT for the for now. I'm in cement bonus.
Okay.
Many construction company been a year.
Okay.
What is it? Intino 101.3. Say almost say atiti cement is wa. Almost yen who baby cement na atiti so no. Ewo. Because say any businessman goes into business with a view to making profit.
That is it.
Intino say omuni baby atiti cement so do 82 na. Omuma yen nyina yen ko ho. You understand? Because as of Sunday kwesi dey impo. Me hear calls because na yen hear cement urgently war Western North no baby ade akoye project. You be say na 135.
As at Sunday.
Okay. Enu mpo ne bi ni ho.
Wonya bi mpo no mato.
Enu mpo bi ni ho. Now, you see, sometimes politicians are very interesting creatures because you're 78 million, 780 billion old cities. Yeah. Your friend is saying social media for
and this is social media
and this is social media now you understand? Now me say me wo me shop and me store a beton cement. What you say me kofi? Me manko me jom. E de me sika akoto me nya me begu me store. And this is social media ni bi and be ka me kofi how I should sell it. I am waiting for them having come on social media to come and announce to Ghanaians say 82 cities no. I'm bring me store ho no. No mo fa 82 cities. I am waiting for them. Well, met me a me company no secretary. Now our friend on live on radio. Now beside they say you go to cement cano.
Na body yes.
Na body yes. And no po yetio. Etia tracker.
E de be ba no.
Still ye bi. I 135 cities. And tell us someone in baby 82 no wa. Because I am in business to make profit.
That is it.
And tell us 82 ah e be boa me pa. They should show me na me nko honom. Na say wo ye NDC ni so. Na propaganda nti no wo ton se meja beton 82 ah. You first say amount for bro for be come say outside gentility home cry share me wo store na me mbra hono na me betobi na me fa nko 82 na me fa nko na after 3 days no wow
because
it is so sad you the propaganda edu say reality there the propaganda reality no kure things that affect our pockets, things that affect our daily lives. Near the propaganda because of politics. Kakrenti. Me say me jina obi storm last week Friday. Enim kwasia fo na aba no. Some say joba aba wati dollar. Aye aye stable. Aye equal 12. I'm say no problem. We a businessman. Wo kwa China na go fa oniama. Ya te niama so. How has it affected your shop? What in Yamaso Anna? Because my baby be told Yama. And coincidentally, and Kofosu just told me no muyi Yama ato. It's a make can say dollar number from there. We you Yama so no Kofosu no credit. Because the way I'm the dollar no determine will be the dollar no see the no cost against the dollar. Not a commensurate increment in momo prices no. Say above from there. There should equally be
the price reduction.
Yeah. It's when you never know so if you do and I say I grow with Miniso. And I'm saying I grow with Miniso. So yes about politics. But I am too smart to be hoodwinked. You understand? It's so we say I don't see the now against the dollar no solid there. It must reflect on prices on the market.
That is it.
You understand? Now sir and now affecting oil prices here. Yatitis we are GPRT for in 2023 and then that's 23 yatite fuel prices. Yeah. My GPRT for also to take more for because once mono anytime the fuel no cost more adjustable prices no. Yeah. Aborts. Until those about from there. It's where news. You understand? GPRT for any news. Ochire ya oil prices will be rising but once I dey nti you besa ko ye dade mu you understand you know media sebio me nya me ho konfubone na oti kuro nu na osa pese kuro no ebo no me nya me ho konfubone because kuro ba metim bi you understand now the nature of mini business abeya no say say you need to fight dollar no more it helps my business. What I say? Say city no mpo no etimi gina stable for say 1 year. Now there are 12 cities, 11 cities, 10 cities. Now make me a projecting me niama 1 year without any fluctuations. I'm okay. You understand? As a businessman, it helps me. But say obi eti nukurom na onu person ye no bully. What I say? Na obi so person o cheno eti wakakra. Na akwakofa dollar enimguase aba na enunti wo usidi no enjoy international trade war na ekoso and I say emere na ema no esesa dollars adiko China no emere no nso ye it's for now you are enjoying a little bit of peaceful stability only about politics mo me forget it to the mouth you understand mo me forget it to the mouth October September October or change here baba you understand or change here September October baby now you have your explanation when the city begins to escalate you better know mbeka etino more ba mu 5 months energy sector is in crisis what me as of city stability against the dollar 5 months more for credit in my former government because okay I say you hand it over here you know to force the finance minister in the team we go share IMF frank we go renegotiation of the IMF program IMF rejected catch almost say the numbers as we are seeing them now no, are encouraging. They are very nice figures, you know. There is no way we are going to do a renegotiation of the program. You have not given credit to the former government in this 5 months. But the eco energy crisis that I can't 2.6 days of a day fuel. Media. You understand? I said, "Oh, boom, yeah." I said, and then we are on mana quite for student and crop about hey, upu, 7 price 82 cities. Now, Master 82 cities go to Kusa because I got 7. Me koya 7 price hey, for say Urufiano. For say Unuko. Now, cement and tongue of social media. The reality is on the ground. That is it. That's exactly what we are faced with. Because me assure say Ufianum for the purposes of our channel program. Ufianum a few shops at ton cement. Yes. Now video interactions with them. As to whether social media 82 cities is the reality on the ground.
But on the city issue, you know, I don't know that AMSA for the two say city no be ended this year at 14. And I pay a fetch for the abase. City number ended this year at 15.50 pesos.
15.50 no? Yes. 16.
Yes.
All round now.
That is it.
16.
And I maybe some who say, okay. And you know say Edrusa. And yeah, what we are ban projections some of the abano. I buy on this way say one wire dollar no I had to ama city nenya ho den. Fetch for projections no. One per measure sir. One do go up no so ma run free 14 no. Eba 12. Yes. One from Wappon, so send your bay, afino. Now, a 12.
Young good fits with masses.
That is it.
Your family is in Guanuma at the end of the year. No, young good fits with masses.
That is it.
Yes. Yeah. You understand? It's no media maka. Well, I say afino every year. Yeah. Afino every year. No. Mr. September, October. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. September, October. No. And man has to say dollars. No. You understand? October, November, December. Until when we projections are so no. It is going to be just that. Many end this Libico program. Yeah, it is because you buy the reason why in ya take a number of ministers. So I'm saying over. Yeah, smart too. Share presidential staff as go say go office of the president and the office of the vice president. Kwesi Pratt or to try Yampia Kakrati Akufo-Addo. Mama and a bad girl. Yeah. Your friend is saying a spokesperson to the vice president. Jomama cousin ya or share the office on me. Your friend is a lady. Your friend is saying Bauer. A Jomama oya oji 90,000 cedis a month. 900 million. You have 10,000 less than 100,000. 1 billion. A Jomama lawyer. What I say? Now, Mose, former government criminally managed the economy. And then Mokhtari, or your president in the Kazina, or share the office one, or did 90,000, 900 million
a month.
You understand? Pex and Kahu.
Yes.
Car will use fuel, dressing allowance, accommodation, bibia, and my. If I am man of driver, the driver and the dressing, your man of watchman, your man of gardener, me servant in the canoe.
Gardener.
You understand? Me who say Professor Kwesi Yanka, actually, why you write up be about Dollar Boy, Sami Jenfi. Me name say when writing now.
I've chance on it.
Very interesting reading. Very, very, very interesting. And I who say, sir, opulence now, I'm for a baimoa. Show no. It is typical of the NDC. The latest being Sami Jenfi. Inu Safuseni Ayebi. he mentioned about 2 or 3 other names.
Sam George Kuraibi.
Aha.
Kukuti.
Yeah. What I say? Na omutu. Sometime Ibrahim Adams.
Yeah.
Former agric minister. Rally time Akufo time or that prison. I'm saying I said the time and no Inus Afuseni the time and a new 50 CDs notes a buy. Now you say or program be a musician be abonum na or inauguration of a new mono and or you invited special guest.
Okay.
Or kura bundles of 50 Ghana CD notes. And they'll do one or start say or splashy on the musician. No, it's a better one umpono or no action now. Quite yeah, or umpono. A more popular than a new umpona na yeah. You understand? Yeah. It you know some when they come into Abaimwa, the vulgar opulence. When Huawei phones be a kwacho fosu.
Yes.
Bako yesi bako ya $11,900.
Yeah.
What I say? When would Joyce Mokhtari ne bag bia? You understand?
Yes.
And then as we saw you in opposition, you couldn't. You were not holding these things.
Yeah.
You understand? The last one you say bag bia ukra Chanel was a day bag be $12,500 back. Then what's our bag? What I say? Now Trump poor or no Trump poor the fortune. Are bigger than about 10-15 African economies. Yeah, boom. Trump nkwampo negere onu no tukwaya okura 12,000 bag. What I say? Enyafo oh no.
But the interesting crowd is say safo ya no mo ti opposition.
Yes.
Na wo
preaching virtue.
And yet, watch a bono, the bag,
tuku. Me say, wafa, and this for and yes, a papa no can do elections. Emotions. You are always playing on the emotions of Ghanaians. And a document boy ahi, and a musha Samira Brabber and our obo, musha and popo our share, and sa. And I'm the second of Ghana for the trouble, mama. And now in government, look at what they are doing. Sami Jenfi, Sika was splashy. Yen tiao cow. You're starting to say processes in the year you need with back pay.
Yeah.
It's the Sasikana na channel in that vulgar manner. Now your economy a CD economy. Economy struggle with the energy sector. Unim say Sami Jeff say CD simple of the chairwoman now.
Oh yeah.
Kenya news. Because Sebio Sikadi say here for Chebi. You understand? Yeah. It is at that level, no. When or check obesity, it's no news. You understand?
Yeah.
It is obia. Me the other time now can be say $10,000. Say Sami Jefi. Yes, starting to catch me check $10,000. You can just imagine how much was in that car now, Ukraine. What I say, vulgar opulence, and I'm going for modernity in government.
Na the end shall surely justify the means.
It is so sad.
You're very sad.
It is so sad. What I say?
Very sad.
It is so sad. Young man like Sami Jenfi, na Sebio, share the way or a smart guy, very intelligent, and you know. Virtually or a darling boy to the president. Yeah. No two ways about that one. Because he a bad communicator. Now not a very erudite or a lawyer. You understand? But it seems as if Abaina or Bemuni position their man no. Afofono too early. You understand? Ghana for so your mum penono. Ghana for penono. Vulgar extravagance no sa Ghana for pesa ahomasoane sa Ghana for don't like those things. And you know media debian meka it is early days yet, but it seems as if no MPP for no say and kayabema omo 1 year of grace be what I say omo fan call honeymoon, but the scandals are becoming one too many. You understand? The scandals are becoming one too many. You know, we have no option than to start bashing them.
Yeah.
You understand? Because it needs to be spoken about. Yeah. And that's exactly what we are doing.
Okay. Abusia baby adruno baby ahoma tum kakra na afrefo ne ahwefo nso atime de omadwenkyere abamesrew oba na wa lower the volume on your radio and TV set amaye na yetime have a very clearer conversation. 0248071174 0248071174 ya activate phone lines no enti no join the conversation is here na yemfa onso wadwenkyere 0248071174 ofre baswa na yetimi afa na fe enkoma wo honso yetimi ene edi 0248071174 ya activity phone lines no ma mefa me first caller wa ha. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Ofa odin baby afre fi ba cho free odin
John me free Laura.
John yentie wa no pay ye.
Ana pay me chiamu na. Mutia o panelists no so I enjoy the program or the buy.
Yeah.
And MPP actually we have the men. But unim, let us not blame the NDC and John Mahama much. But
John, jinaye kakra mai na wahoma ni twitwasi. Okay.
It is true that there was short memory said by John Mahama.
Yeah.
Because I am a communicator. I am going on radio every weekend. During politics period, ya can't Ghana say this 24-hour economy is totally fake.
Yeah.
Because as a Ghanaian, ask yourself, say, 24-hour economy, Ghanaians have not listened. From the whole country. And then, from Hamili to Aflawo, from Aflawo to Axim. In this same network, me can't say Ghana for say, NDC and John Mahama have an agenda against the accounts.
Yeah.
Ashanti region, Obia on Chante. CEO Titu Bay and also Cabinet Minister Titu Bay at Ashanti region. It's a question mark. Media Masemasi Midasi.
Yes, yeah, that's it. But before we to us, this is if we Ukraine MC if we Ashanti region. Just do no free the northern part of the country. And I want to
say, you know, or Casano, or can be say from Aflawo to Axim, nobody is talking.
Yeah.
It is because Ghana for whom they didn't know, say, in Samoa, Jomahama catching a woman, nay, nada. Until one Casano are blaming themselves. Ghana for are blaming themselves. And you know, when you are in that state of blaming yourself, when why your self introspection we now when who say one kasana why your self introspection why maybe ye until you are a contributory factor to the hardship we are all facing today now when no
okay,
that is the essence of the silence now and our country.
All right, my hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr.
About your Udi baby afraid.
As your friend, just make a free Bufudu, a Kumasi.
Okay. Over Yentiwano pay.
Mamma, Niyo, a papa, and an animal, Uncle Kumuna, Unramwa, Oba. I don't know, Missy. They say, and this is one of no seen Wagana. Yemum HH or nothing. Never do maybe no. One the service quality. Almost mama, Masamtia, Madame.
Yes, so that's it. Chiabo Fred na my anopay. Good morning. To Faudi baby afraid. Good morning.
Oh, good morning, sir.
Never show your frost, you're free.
Me bacho from me, so me kasa first on my case.
Me bacho yentiwe. Anyway, friend enti ho TV no so wadaroma. Good morning.
Good morning. Anape michia Mr. Chris na ninjuma pa oye.
Okay.
Na hello.
Me bacho yentio.
Aha, ninjuma pa oye. Na onkwara andi ninjuma pa, but masema mebaka a bit different.
Wa mo di o.
Mr. Chris no do. Na wa mampinfo na afia today. Oye electoral commission. Mbofoma na akeye djuma share risk involved during election. Officers ebinim paper. So now mama ban womuntu omoka.
Okay. Now your frost your free.
Your from Kwesi me free Kojokro.
Okay. Because here that's it. My offer course in we na fi ya mra wonche. Why? Hello, good morning. Me ba cho me ho ye odi ba bia free fi. Me ba cho ma oni so kakra ma yan why? Okay, my enti we.
So GPH for the name person sakafia.
Me ba cho enti o.
Me revenue na GPH from Nancy share mo le ado for fashion radio. Na me ni kwani nkayi. Say Ghana the whole Ghana be tumpo ya do for. But that they Ghana be ejuma do ni be ejuma be pon no be ko be ba no nya hwe ko fie. Akonku obi okobe bia be na ya do for. So ni to memu ha ne die PPH for pay for hwe ne ado for de die ya ma hwe kon ne pay for PPH for pay for to di life no mujio de die no mujio amu timi classe che konhie sisi wa kwanso se ni pano ko adwuma ba na to nya bibi kakra won ho a de te o be ko mi kantantem onko PPH for pay for kata amu kata too much amu kashi and also to office on my mo sukuta and mo to office what you say amu kashi mo mai no ya do for to mai ni amu kashi e mo do for o mai ne be people ambulance e be to a driver president be to call a driver obia be the driver what you say let me need to be more do for ni so Bebe ni pension pay. Bebe ni pay no pension pay. Bebe ni yale da o de see akọ sika. Wo ni di pay for no ba te so e bebe ni. Awo mai ni. Se se ko je governance is quite afem. Se tutu di e be jo, uko register ka, se tutu di e be jo. Ni na so GPH for na nyene. Pension na nyene. Se ombeje bibia boa adova for akantimem na do Ghana ha adai na mumie breta
enti mumu de nya de abobete ahyentuade abo ne so
David you better kwatum
mu bebu emra no a GPRT for de aba ne so
GPRT emra be no de abo do
wa mo se mo nte ahyentuade abo so ha mabu pai edunum
omo fo mu DPS enye do Ghana kewura foni mbe ya adwene a kewura foni mbe ya adwene a pakene ka
obi am pakene ka
obi am pakene ka DPS ko omo fo mu ka nye do Ghana ni ehwe
okay that's pa
ni ehwe
okay that's it ofa that's it hello good morning mami we di baby afre fi
If I me the anochwa make us free Accra.
Ne pa cho yentie wa.
Me pa cho. It is a NPP. Yen ko kwa ya mu ti nya hwe de nya hwe no. Ye mu bi wo ha yen so ye to aba ne bi. Na aba na ye to no. Yenim obi a ye kwa de yenim fanimu bi kwa na tabi. Unya bi di kwa wa ko bi ta no. The die-hard supporters farmer MPP. It's messy, you know, more. Yeah, no, see the Indian to Abba, Indian to Abba. So, Now, Nensomnian Tuabano 2028. No, Niam Pamgo will see a bind. If you say, oh, buy and almost say, if you're not to if you're not and Tuaba, and then you say, no. A brayer, I shall see, I was so mean, Busumi, when trying to Yenny, yes, a move.
Yeah.
Yenny, yes, a move. It's the next level, no say, oh, Madame Roma. Be any, oh, we have one but na yen bi eni pa dodo no so kwa yeto ba yen mo bia wo MPP yen mpene bia yen mo bia ye komita ni bibi po na nkampese wa ma yen na ye ya samaka enti ma fra kampese ne kase mo nse bi nya no MPP fo no na omo so no omunya abutoye mo na yen toaba yen pam go po na study omo de omo ya ha se ko idie ya hwe ya 2024 no bebu kwa ye beton ye ma na e bibi
ya no kre yanso yɛda ase wo ne nyame ɛntena yɛmfa frɛ no nsi ase yɛ na anɔpɛ na yɛmmra studio bi na yɛmmɛra po up Chris
media wedia ɛnyɛ me na mabɛta no meyɛ propaganda wetie driver bi a ɔde GPRT for yɛ adwuma wate ase ma me ɔkasa sisi no wetie no ɔse yɛanyɛ careful before 2028 bedupo no ɛsɛ yɛtɔn yɛn ma yɛde edidi nyame nti ɛmma ne saa okay say obi frefi kojo krom sisi say electoral commission workers no wofa me woman na oye district returning officer for Kwesimin team ene efia oye me close relative your friend gifty. So when you madia NDC for omo if you kuma omo de year abayuano say omo pese o declare dokrugu say we win even though buama e win omo jira no konso virtually no police for 5 hwe edomo a ebowura ho no mo na omo pe abayuano di ne bone na police for 5 pe na e bon ne ho ban ni kunu beja na ni kunu usu what I say ana ni kuja house gift if you had no more ejuma no resign ejuma no jai because it was a very terrible situation and I know womu e mebu epie ni nia na se ono de ne nkwa e boss afore we wie na sempo ne da ma bi say ye de ma omo no you deny them 5 months after you have come to power. It is very insulting. Into no your best sere abai say emebu no astati isu say omusika jessica boy jessica bia o jessica bia ye hwe na ye release sika no ma om because almost no ye chaade no ne almost omusaka ya no me di masama be wi.
I say Chris Labi Boate, a member of the NPP regional communications team. I don't pay my mentia Saint Okushembo. I face Romentia Emmanuel Osei Masawud Kumasi Bantama Yechiao Yechia KK Kaswa Ko Mensa Pila 2 Yechiao Komla Abraham de odi ono emso adwene ni nsuo ya sa nsuo bucket ma de agu adwene mutino ensem hunu nko na aba ba twere bedidi atem onse ye de jimie ewo ne ye de jimie twa wonfuruma wonyi nyina na wo jimi onyo obi anteawo ana wa jimi ya no wanyi na de daso ejimi papa wa wo me enan wo daso jimi wonya jimie no enwene enko kan hunu se wo man na ye tetere no ye pa nyansafo ne no mabu man wo de wo jimi saa wo jimi enti wo se NDC wa ban kra no wonya appointment ye ja jimie no ba ku bia ade no
menenity area abobo ya na oka waye dede ohumia na to ayampia na oyeyi arobeda mi hu na ne abobo ya no ko break it down of ja ho bi wo fa maachi aso ko ja se minim se babeka se ya papa wana eyi enya migusu twa abobo ya na me se je se wo twa abobo ya no bo asaya ka ho what I said now 4 years e bra wo be bre
kra de jaro so na kwa bra na ehunu ya sa fa phone o hwa de no se de aka ne ensem hunu a enhwe obi antetere
me sana me tio me NDC for programs
unkohwe
me nhwe
that is it
what I say
so me nhwe wie nya kugudro fa phone test message e bedidi atamu a ye nya na kokwa ye nya ma unkokwa da dabi ya di jimi aka ufuruma ana di jimi no nyia wa nya obi anteaw na oda so ujimi wa nyi so ujimi wa wo ma 4 sabi aburu unsu anyansa ade eno no abusu enfa ni nyina no nsi ya na production team na se papa womo abom homode abo adwumaden aseda kese nkomo chwemaba abna se wa yaro Samuel Dingo Kelly and afi mana prek midini Osikani Frimpong Manso mitina mu de mabarima ba na kunedu abupra anopay ye na Chris Labibu aten ase kan na se no so se pramutu a obehia abna ne ochemaba ewo eye Western Diamond TV no de awia pramutu brekase yebo aba no nan bo ahia ochemaba no fo man mpuntuo enso entoa so emfa emma good morning.